How's it going, everyone? We are live. It is right now Friday evening UK time, and I'm really excited that we are doing an actual play of Dungeon Crawl Classics, one of the best OSR role-playing games there is, basically. So if you like OSR, if you like Dungeon Crawl Classics, let us know. Like and subscribe if you would, please. That would really help us to level the channel up. Let us know what your favorite module is. Today, we're going to be playing the Crypt in Cadaver Canyon, which is actually a module available on Purple Sorcerer. And of course, DCC Dungeon Crawl Classics is available from Goodman Games and other retailers. But Goodman Games publish it, and it's a lot of fun. There's tables, there's 14 dice in the dice set, and chaos. So let's bring the chaos on. So with Devious Dungeons, Foreboding Forest, and the Coolest Cats, it's time for the Dark Orb. Hey, welcome to everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, good to see you there. Sorry, I didn't notice you there.
Are you turning your back at me again, Zach? It's like we've just been talking.
I've literally just been talking. Hey, I didn't notice you there.
Nice back. Meet you in a bar. Nice back.
I've been working out, you know.
Oh, everyone, I'm so pleased you're here. I'm very excited. I've been wanting to get Dungeon Crawl Classics to the stream for a really long time. I've got some of my best friends here today. Judge, Zach, we've been talking about this for so long, haven't we? This specific module, we've been talking about getting on the stream for, I mean, it feels like at least several weeks.
It's just the right level of weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird enough to go on this stream, but not so weird that I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to run this. You know, it's perfect.
Sounds about right. You're going to be running this for us tonight. We're looking at about 3.5, maybe 4 hours. We're going to take a break in the middle of the stream, so apologies. You'll have to deal with a screen and a scrolling banner whilst we make ourselves feel human again. I'm really humbled to have with us today Brendan Nassau. Brendan, thank you for joining. It's so good to see you.
My absolute pleasure. Really happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
What are you playing today?
Why, today I'll be playing Xenosaw the Wizard, a student of magic with many tricks up their sleeve and a lot to say about a lot of things. So get ready for some good mystical times.
I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. Erin, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Erin. This evening I am going to be playing the tax collecting lawful cleric HMRC, and she follows the deity of Vindicatum. Yeah, should be quite fun. Always good to take a cleric out.
Just generally? Just take them out?
Yeah, whiz them around, get them healing people, you know, gain disapproval. Like it's all good fun.
I thoroughly disapprove of that. Martin, welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Who are you playing this evening?
Eric the Dwarf, which is how he introduces himself.
It's like Madonna, he's only got one name, right?
Yeah, no, he actually introduces himself as Eric the Dwarf. So we'll maybe find out why later on, but there might be people to kill before that. So so this is my first go at DCC. I'm looking forward to giving the system a whirl. I got the book on Wednesday. I've read the dwarf section, a little bit of the combat section. It'll probably disappear as soon as we start playing.
You're just a school swap. That's what all this is. I mean, you know, I haven't read the book properly, and I've been playing this game for like 3 years. So
I mean,
I just get distracted by all the pictures.
Yeah,
I know, right?
And I'm looking forward to using my snazzy dice as well. So
funky dice.
Yeah, funky dice.
Funky dice are always
fun. For anyone who doesn't know, my name's Phil. Welcome to the Dark Orb. I am going to be playing. Let me just update my name there. Trip Stumblebum. I'll obviously edit. No, rename that so that it just says Trip, because I'm otherwise the Dark Ellipsis, which kind of works, but that's not quite right. Trip is a thief, basically, and everyone in the town thinks he's a bit of a klutz, hence he got his name. They think he's not really up to much and just is really, really clumsy, which is a good front because he's one of the better thieves around. Should we crack on?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Cool, let's do it. And again, if you enjoy this, please like, please subscribe, please share, tell your friends about it. If you want to know more about the DCC in general, we did a stream a couple of days ago, just talking about the system and what to expect as a new player or a new GM. So check that out. I'm going to hand over to Judge Fack.
Well, let me begin by saying, Phil, thanks so much for inviting me on and allowing me to run the game tonight. I'm really.
I think you're forgetting it wasn't optional. Thank you very much for joining.
Let's get started. The Crypt in Cadaver Canyon is a module put out by Purple Sorcerer Games, and it is a module that is, I think really it's designed to kick off a campaign. So there's a fair bit at the beginning that I'm gonna try and rush you through. So I do apologize for a little bit of talking I'm going to do in the beginning to try and get you loaded into the campaign here, right? So beyond the Bleakland Desert, nestled in the Crimson Canyon, lies a remarkable wonder. It's known as the City of the Cliffs. And if I can invoke some of your real life experiences here for a moment, this is like the last time you visited like a bustling, vibrant sort of city and you just sort of like fell in love with it. It had all these like, kitschy cafes and stuff like that. This is the sort of place that you're talking about, but it's in the middle of a desert. And it's said that in the city that there is about 2,000 residents that flesh out this robust and community filled with commerce and arts and revelry and stuff like that, right? And so, I mean, let's face it, really what we're talking about here is like, it's kind of like Las Vegas, right? It's like this city in the middle of the desert, and it's like, how did it get here? And it has the same sort of, shady sort of story behind it, in the sense that, when you've heard stories about the City of the Cliffs, no one really has like a full archaeological history of it, right? But there's lots of stories, and one of them goes that about 200 years ago, a group of 13 people wandered into the desert, and although it's assumed that they had many other redeeming qualities, their smarts were maybe not one of them, right? Because they've just wandered into the desert with not really much to keep them alive. And so needless to say, it didn't really go well for them. And but as fate would have it, an opportunistic, although maybe not all the way on above the board sort of god, would watch them sort of do this. Well, they watch them go into the desert, and their name was Buldakatak. Now, Buldakatak, the way that the gods sort of work is that their strength and their worth comes from the number of followers and the number of prayers that come up to the gods. And basically, even Buldakatak's grandma wasn't praying to him at that point. You know what I mean? Like it was not great. And so he found these followers, and he basically said, "Hey, listen, you build a whole heap of statues, you start worshiping me and all that kind of stuff, and I will give you a great amount of worth. We'll grow this city together," sort of thing. Really made the Wolf of Wall Street pitch on them to try and get this thing going. And so they agreed, obviously, because they had no other way of surviving. And Buldakatak, gifted them with a whole heap of wealth and riches, as well as the gift of these birthmarks that were in the shape of a bullhorn. And all the 13 got this birthmark of the shape of that had a bullhorn birthmark, and this would then be passed down through the descendants of the original 13. And true to his word, Buldacatak helped the clan prosper and grow in a canyon that was where the Deep Scratch River flowed. And look, in the grand scheme of things, the city grew fairly quickly. It's sort of like 200 years, like it's and now it's Vegas, like it's in those sort of times, it's pretty good. And now you find the city of the Cliffs is governed by a council called the Council of the 13, who find themselves the caretakers in charge of respecting the ancient pact between the Buldacatak and the original 13. Now, every 13 years, on the day of the Warthog, a sacrifice is made of an appropriate candidate. So, Martin, as you're new to DCC, it seems appropriate that you make the first die roll here. So, what I'll get you to do is make a die 4 roll for me.
Okay. I'm trying to find the D4 out of these funky dice because I don't really know which one it is. Is it that one?
It's the cool pyramid.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, 2.
2, great. Pick 2 other players.
Pick 2 other players.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the 2 spellcasters. I'm gonna pick Brendan, and I'm gonna pick Erin. Sorry, Phil.
Trip and Xenosaur, do you want to go ahead and make a D12 roll for me?
D12. You got it.
And me as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, you're a thief, aren't you, Trip? Sorry, my bad. Yeah. HMRC and Xenosaur make a thief.
I love that name so much.
It's an in-joke.
I get a 12.
A 12?
And I got a 9.
A 9, great. So the party has wandered into the city of the Cliffs, right? You've heard about this place like Vegas. It's like, let's go check it out because the day of the Warthog is coming up. It's very close, and you hear that what happens in the city of the Cliffs stays in the city of Cliffs, right? And so you're all going to go check out this place, Xenosaur, as you're walking through the throngs of the crowd, the ground beneath you begins to shake as a mother screams and to shelter her children from tumbling rocks, and the growl of distant thunder, eerily like the coarse mocking laughter, it sort of shakes from the sky, sort of thing. And a large eye appears in the sky and moves its gaze about the city. In a moment, it's gone. The children's weep continues, sort of thing. So essentially, you're walking through the throng of the crowd, and this amazing thing has sort of appeared, sort of thing. So it's giving you the idea of like the city is sort of like Buldacatak is there, he's real, right? Like this thing's happening.
But do I have his blessing or his curse?
Let's find out. Yeah. So HMRC, you're passing by some people who are having a conversation, and you hear, "Have you not noticed the stench? It's the aroma of death. This great city is built upon it. But you are heroes, no?" As they turn to you.
Of course we are.
Perhaps you know of some way to appease this angry god that you've just seen the eye in the sky.
Oh, I will have to consult with my fellow adventurers.
If you consult with them and they don't know, then you should leave.
I'm sure we can resolve this for you. If not, I shall call upon my deity. This feels like an evil place. I'm sure we can clear it. That stench of death about the place, it's really quite pongy.
It's not very Moorish,
No. No, it's got a real whiff to it.
It's like, it stings the nostrils, Less
Companion adventurers. Do we think we can take upon this quest to clear this city of this evil eye?
I think we must. Its eye fell upon me, and I felt its presence, and now I wonder if perhaps there's some special destiny set for us. We must go investigate.
Absolutely. What say you, Trip and Eric?
Well, I think it might be worthwhile having a look around and just making sure there are no ill-distributed valuables.
Well, that's fantastic, because we tried covering up this smell with the magical spell of Febreze, and now it just smells like Febreze and Pong. You know, it doesn't actually smell any better at all.
Well, to be fair, I can smell the Febreze, but I don't smell any Pong, you know. I'm a parsnip farmer, though. So Eric, you know, you feel a tug at your like, what's that thing? The cuff. You feel a tug at your cuff. Elbow.
First of all, I would check it wasn't Trip. Trying to lighten my pockets, and then yeah, look down or to the side, whatever it is.
So as you're looking around to see if it's Trip, you hear psst, psst, and as you turn to find the source of that onomatopoeia, you find a red-haired dwarven male standing just below your waist height, and he sort of like summons you down, sort of thing, to see if you come here.
Okay, yeah. I walk over to him a little bit trepidatious. It doesn't really go well with Eric and other dwarves. Yeah, he walks over to him, and I apologize in advance. But right, mate, what's up?
Wait, I forgot you were a dwarf. There's no way that it happened at your
really small dwarf, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. He was probably like he was tugging at your cuff, but then that whole psst, psst has happened in your face, like, psst, hey, what's going on?
Give me a bit of room, mate. What's going on?
So he says, hey, listen, the Council of the 13 have been sort of observing your movements throughout the city since you arrived, and they're wondering if they might not be able to speak with you. Now, you're being summoned by the Council of the 13, just to give you a little bit of like to throw you into the world here, right? This is like being summoned by the Queen, right? Like you're getting summoned by the Council of 13.
Okay. All right. So lead on.
Okay.
I'll kind of like look at him like, you know, if he's a proxy, like, and he's going to lead us somewhere. Go on then.
I mean, he was literally just talking in your face, so it might.
Yeah, I mean, like kind of like just
weird,
like
okay.
wipe the spit off my face, and yeah. All right.
Okay, so assuming the rest of the party follows along, shout out if you're not. Yeah, so he leads you through the streets higher and higher. You ascend up the cliffs towards the council chambers, and once you're inside the council chambers, you sit down, and it's explained to you that that essentially you've been summoned because the town's noticed that you're outsiders, and as such that they believe that they might be able to trust in your discretion in light of an emergency. Might they?
By all means, certainly. Yes.
All right, cool. So
there may be a tax to go along with that discretion. Absolutely, but I'm sure we can arrange an appropriate fee.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, everything has its price, and every price has its time. You know what I mean? Like, so let's just work that out in a moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. So so they explain that every 13 years there needs to be a sacrifice made to Buldak. But there's one further stipulation to this sacrifice, and that's that the sacrifice, the sacrificee, the willing participant in the sacrifice must also bear the birthmark of Buldak, which is the bullhorn, right? The bullhorn birthmark. Now, over the years, finding someone with the bullhorn, like finding that cross section, that Venn diagram of the bullhorn birthmark people who are also willing to be sacrificed, it's getting a little more difficult. Like times are getting more progressive, and people are wondering whether they might not need to get sacrificed. Nonetheless, they managed to be able to find someone who has a bullhorn birthmark. Now, the bad news is that person who had the bullhorn birthmark was a human female named Goldava Tick. And the reason why it's bad news that it was her was because she was a frequently caught thief. And so it's kind of like, Buldakatak's not exactly a neutral god, you know what I mean? But even still, it's kind of like it's, feeding them a thief. It's like, well, it's in any case, they found someone, right? Good news, bad news that it was a thief. Now, the even worse news is that because of some of the look, it was a clerical error. We'll own up to it. It was a clerical error that Goldava was executed 6 months ago. Bit of a, left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing sort of thing.
Little bit of a sticky wicket, that one.
It's not great. It's not great. It's going to be hard to argue your way out of. As with all people executed in the City of the Cliff, she was hung, and then her body was dumped in the Deep Scratch River, where they assume it floated down toward its final resting place in an underground cave known as the Crypt of Cadaver Canyon. Now, the Councillor 13 beseeches you that please, can you make great discreet haste down the Deep Scratch River to retrieve the body of Goldava Tick. And what you need to do is you need to return her corpse to the Monolith Stone, which is at the top of the city. And there we can resurrect Goldava just long enough to be able to sacrifice her to Buldakatak. Now, if you're willing to do this, basically, well, look, the city's going to basically be, there's not going to be a city if we don't make the sacrifice. So pretty much anything that you want in the city is pretty much yours if you're able to retrieve Goldava and make the sacrifice.
Well, it sounds like necromancy to me. And usually I wouldn't go in for that sort of thing, retrieving a corpse just to bring it back to life, just to kill it again. No. I am a lawful cleric. We don't go in for that. However, you said it's down in a crypt. There sounds like there could be a good deal of undead and other awful, demonic, evil things down there. I am a slayer of the unholy. It feels like the calling for me.
And look, at worst, think of all the riches you could make that you could then donate to your church, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
That's
there
all
is the matter of the fee and the tax that goes with it.
Yes. I'm willing to. I'm interested in hearing of how the city itself, how the cliffs will take care of us in particular, and for our discretion. But I'm certainly unafraid. I am curious though. If she's been dead for 6 months, her corpse is going to be fairly well taken care of by now by the locals. I think critters as they are. Is there? How will we be able to recognize the corpse?
That's a great question. So, Goldava, she had like a mop of red hair, and she had a half of her face was quite heavily tattooed. And I mean, there's obviously the birthmark, which is really that's the kicker.
Yeah, that's
right?
the
That's
kicker. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that we really need there. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do our best.
Fantastic. Well, the Council of 13 couldn't be happier with your agreement to go forward. Now, as as you continue to negotiate into the night and all the different things that maybe Eric decides that he wants the best ale pub in town, and and so forth. I'm not going to come up with something for every character. You can imagine your own. And so throughout the night, Alaline, who is a human female, comes over, swashes her way over, because obviously this is the Council of the 13. This is the 1% of DCC, right? And she washes her way over and hands you a spell scroll. Now she says, "We are we're kind of on a timeline here, right?" Like to get this thing. Tomorrow is the day of the warthog, right? So we have to get you back post haste. So here is a +4 spell. It's a scroll of the spell of Lesser Planar Step. Now this is going to allow you to be able to, once you've retrieved Goldava, come back to this spell is attuned to the stones that we need to do, the monolith stones, to be able to do the sacrifice on, right? So once you get her, you go straight away, you cast this spell, and then you're going to be on your way back. Now the players around the table, that's the spell that I was telling you about earlier. So you got the rules in there if you need it. For anyone watching, the interesting part of that is that the spell might not retrieve everyone. so there's a reason to watch till the end. You revel and you negotiate into the night, and on the following morning, you're able to meet the dwarf that you met in the streets, Hagra, and Hagra the Red meets you along with Ivana Kaur, who is a human female. These are both members of the Council of the 13, and Hagra wastes no time showing you his handiwork. He says, "Hey, listen, we got this boat here. It's gonna take you all, right? Check this thing out. It contains 100 feet of strong rope, a long pole for steering and propulsion, 2 iron harpoons, 25-foot rope on each, D8 damage," he says in a way that translates to the real world. A grappling hook, 4 iron spikes, 3 wooden buckets, and a day's ration for each of the party. What do you think?
Sounds good. If I could get one more thing, I need parchment and writing, ink and something to write with. I have a feeling we're going to have to draw a map.
So Hagra's face just drops because there's something that he hasn't thought of. You know what I mean?
I just kind of lean over and pat him on the back.
Whilst we're at it, I'd quite like some bags to put on Gertie, my cow, so that we can take her with us and load her up with all the, and if there's anything of archaeological value, we shall retrieve it.
So listen, I'm gonna let you I'm gonna let you go ahead and write down on your character sheets whatever you're deeming appropriate to ask from Hagra the Red, but do know that he's you are severely breaking his ego. Each thing that you've asked.
Jacuzzi?
He's getting smaller and smaller as we're asking for more things.
Yeah, exactly. There is by the way, Trip/Phil on Owlbear, I just revealed like an image of the city that I forgot to reveal earlier.
Okay, let me just make that a little bit more sizable, and then
that might also give you some inspiration in terms of in terms of the sorts of things that you can ask for the city. As I say, I'm not gonna make a great deal about sort of what you're asked for. I'll trust you to go ahead and say what you got.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Cool. So the other thing that whilst you're there, amongst all the other things that you've been asking for, is a Eleanor Core wanders over to you and says, "Well, as you're new to the city, I'm guessing you're probably going to need to know sort of what you're coming up against on the Deep Scratch River. And so here is a map of the Deep Scratch River, which I've just revealed on the thing there. And that's going to help you to give you an idea of what you're coming up against. So you're currently in the City of the Cliffs up the top there, and the ritual altar marked on the map there is where you need to teleport back to, and you've got Cadaver Canyon marked at the bottom there. So that's a trip we're going on today.
That looks pretty simple. It's a wiggle left, wiggle right. There's that looks easy peasy. Make it down there in 5 minutes.
It's a shame we even came here today.
Yeah.
Sorry?
How long does she think it will take?
Less than a day, and it better, or else that river's not going to exist anymore.
Right. She does think that it can be done that quickly.
I do love that.
She thinks if you stop asking questions, then yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the little details in this map, by the way. Like you can see the city in the top, and there's not very many pen strokes, but every single one matters. It's great.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, they're not wasting time, right? So look, I'm gonna.
On?
Yeah, I'm gonna move this on here.
She's getting a bit shirty, so I think we should go.
Yeah, and there's I agree with his boat. He's getting a bit. It looks like he's getting a little bit sort of.
He's about 1 foot tall by now.
Yeah, miffed. I think is a good word. So I think we should.
It's like, you know what? Get out of here.
I think we should all just pile in this dude's boat and punt ourselves down this river. It doesn't look difficult at all. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, we got this. And it's a pole kind of a boat, so you pull yourself down the river while you're.
Yeah.
Cool. Got a nice pole. Let's do it.
I'm going to assume there's going to be some Venetian song being sung as you pull your way down this river. Oh, sole mio. There you go.
Something
as you push the keelboat from the dock, above you stare the salt. I mean, despite the attempt at discretion, everyone kind of knows what's happening, right? Like it's city of 2,000 people is not so big when you're all sort of on top of each other. So, everyone's sort of the solemn faces staring at you outside the window, and a natural hush falls across the city as the desperate folk of the city watch from every ledge as all hope is pinned on your success. A small boy runs down towards the steps, towards the canal, with a bright face and everything. And this is one of the 2,000 souls that you're hopefully going to be saving. And as he runs up to the edge of the canal, he starts digging around in his pocket like he's trying to find something. And then he manages to find it, and he says, So you're off to save the 1,999 souls of.
HM grabs the pole and is him.
Take my crossbow out.
Pokes him a bit and knocks him backwards.
Yeah, so you're off to save the 1,999 souls of the city in the cliffs. So in a few minutes, that's all behind you, and the current pulls you forward. And there are steep canyon walls that loom either side of you. So I do promise that I'm going to stop monologuing in a moment. Which, as I say, this is kind of like a campaign module that I'm trying to rush through to. So there's an eerie silence. The eerie silence of the city is replaced by the eerie gurgling of the Deep Scratch River for probably about an hour. And as you drift between the high canyon walls, you see there's these large eyes. And actually, I can show you some of the basically the visage of what you're going through. It's going to be in the bottom right for you, Phil.
Okay.
And I will reveal that right there. There we go. So you drift between the high canyon walls. You see large eyes, similar to some of the symbols that now you're making the connection that you kind of like. You notice them in the city. They're sort of drawn here and there, like a thieves' cant sort of thing. And these eyes are carved into the cliffs of the walls either side. And as you stare at them, there's a flash where you feel as if your consciousness, like your consciousness enters them, like all of you separately, like as if like you go poof and you get sucked into them. Like, but after that sudden feeling of revulsion, your thoughts become cloudy and you feel as if you've sort of like drifted into a dream. So everyone, in true DCC fashion, before you've got to do anything, you're going to make a will save. Wizards, elves, and clerics can add their caster level and their casting modifiers onto their will saves. And what I am looking for is to find out. It's a DC 13 will save, so feel free to apply any luck if you don't necessarily want to fail the first roll of the night.
No, I'm going to fail.
Zach.
I'm sorry?
Brendan, go for it.
Oh, I got a 15 with everything, with my caster level and my class. So.
Xenosaur passes.
Yeah, Trip got, after modifiers, got a 3. And I'm kind of thinking that burning all my luck right at the beginning is probably not worthwhile.
Maybe not advised. I listen. I'm the sort of DM that's going to let you know the DC. I'm not the sort of DM that's going to let you know what the result is before everyone else reveals what they rolled. So let's do that. How are we doing, HMRC?
I got a 12.
Okay, so that's a fail, unless you want to pass it.
No. I'm not going to burn luck. I don't have a lot of it.
Okay, HMRC fails, Trip fails, and how does Eric do?
Eric's taking one for the team as well. He got a 7. So
failures all around the board.
Lucky.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so everyone who fails gets the privilege of making a D7 roll.
Nice. We're rolling out all the funky dice just for Martin, right?
Yeah. Let's get these funky dice out of the way, right?
What's the D7 look like?
That's the really weird looking
It's like
one.
that. It's the one that only goes up to 7.
Yeah.
One with the
Let's
numbers
start with
on the
Trip.
edge.
Trip, roll your D7.
Yeah, I got a 5.
A 5. So you start to see snow falling from the sky. It's beautiful, like your like all your happy childhood memories. And then quickly the river appears to freeze over, and as the ice glistens upon the veneer of the boat, you see nothing but a winter landscape. Can you roll a D4 for me?
4.
Cool. Can HMRC roll a die for me, please? A die 7.
Got a 6.
A 6.
I got the same as that. So if this is in effect, then I got a 6 as well.
Can you roll again for me, Eric, as you went first?
Yeah.
Reroll 4s and 6s for me. So there is a so HMRC sees an eye forming on your forearm. And when
There's an eye on my arm.
And as the eye opens, it peers at you, and you begin to scream and gnaw at the aberration.
There's an eye on my arm. Can anybody else see this? Oh my god! There's an eye on my arm. You see me?
And so that's going to be 1d4 damage to you for trying to gnaw the eye out of your arm. Go ahead, Eric, and tell me what your result is.
I rolled again and I got a 1.
A 1. It's always good.
Yeah.
So you are whisked from the boat by a sudden whirlwind, carrying you far across the desert to a land before the cloven-hoofed Buldakatak, large as a sphinx. Right? And he commands you, kneel before me and offer veneration.
Eric drops and he's like, oh, magnificent Buldakatak, I offer you my veneration. Please don't kill me.
Okay. Yeah. So you awaken upon the deck of the boat,
prostrate,
blistered for 1d4 damage. Now, Xenosaur, you were not affected by any of these rolls, and so you watch crazy people in the boat.
Can I try to like talk them down? Like I've had some, I was in the cliff, sitting in the cliffs for a reason, to really get down. So I'm used to dealing with trippers. So I'm like, guys, like, focus up on me. There's no eyeball there. You're not flying. Come on, just listen to me. We're in a boat. We're having fun.
Oh, great Buldakatak! Oh, great Buldakatak!
Okay, so Xenosaur presents a really great opportunity to try and negate some of these effects. So why don't everyone who took damage roll under your luck and see if Xenosaur managed to talk you out of the crazy bullcrap that you guys, the bullcrapper crap that you guys were doing.
Okay. Ooh. Under.
So you roll a d20. You're trying to get under your luck score.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5. I rolled.
Yep.
Great.
My luck is 14.
I failed.
I did not fail.
Okay. So HMRC is like, great point, Xenosaur, but still.
I hear what you're saying there. However, there is still an eye on my arm.
Yeah, it's like this guy that told me a story one time. He was like, I'm going to take acid, but if any crazy stuff happens, then I'm just going to say, it's just because it's acid. But when there's a pink elephant chasing you down the street, there's a pink elephant chasing you down the street, man. Cool. So all that happens, and you sail past the eyeballs there that you can see on the map there. Yeah. Now, if you look closely on the map, which I'm sure all your characters have done thus far. Yeah. So that's where you were, and the map's what I'm referring to there. So you can see at the top there, you've come down the Deep Scratch River past those eyeballs that made you all cray-cray. Now, see how you've got that dry bed shortcut? And then you've got, like, rapids? See how there's, like, a bit of a choice there? Well, your characters do, too. They can see that coming up. So they maybe make a choice between gnawing at their own arm and trying to talk each other down about how they go about that.
All right. Anyone have any river experience or anything?
I'm a farmer. Does that count? I've seen rivers before.
That seems
you know
reasonable.
about aquifers, right?
Yeah.
We
So
had a river running by the blacksmiths.
Yeah. The rapids sound dangerous. If we stop here and make our way into the tunnels, maybe this is the move.
I think we should do that shortcut. I mean, rapids. I mean, that would just make us get there quicker, doesn't it?
Hang on. How are we going to get
It's
the
in the
boat?
word, isn't it? Rapid.
What do we do though with the boat? Are we dragging the
Carry
boat?
it.
No, we'll leave it. We don't need it. We're going to teleport home with that magical spell they give us. So whatever, we'll just leave that. They can come pick it up.
No,
I'll get a ticket from the valet, hand it to the guy when I get back, and be like, "Here we go, thanks." What was his name? The Red.
Yeah, Hagra the Red.
Hagra the Red. I'm like, hey Hagra, we parked it, and I'm going to need you to come get that. But thank you very much for the ride. And
So the choice at the minute is the dry bed shortcut. Is that right?
Yeah. Do we take the dry bed shortcut?
You can try and take the dry bed shortcut, which you don't have a lot of information about right now. I mean, is it? I could try and give you information about it, right? But you're sailing down a river right now, so you're going to have to make a choice real quick if you're going to wait the choice between.
Let's be rapid. I'm with HMRC. Let's be rapid.
It's fine by me. His eye has been upon me, so I'm clearly chosen. And the rest of y'all, I mean, good luck. I'll do what I can to keep you safe.
His eye has been on HMRC.
Oh, well, see,
on her arm.
All right. Look. Shh, there is. HM, watch, look at me.
Money.
Think about percentages. Think about gross interest rate over income earnings. Yeah,
think about rapid earnings.
Net versus gross.
Feel the Xenosaur.
So what's your
going rapid
trip? Just because I'd really like, because at the moment it seems like there's 2 rapids and 1 dry bed. I'd really like you to be dry bed to make it stupid.
Me?
Can we? Does it look like we could get the boat down the dry bread? Dry
bread.
Bed.
Down the dry bread, probably down the dry bed. It's as I say, it's going to be one of those things. I'm happy to let you scope out the dry bed, but there's going to be like some like because you're sailing down a river, right? There's going to be some element of whether that choice actually happens or not if you wait to see what happens.
I'm just kind of nervous of losing the boat and then not having any way to get to the crypt.
Yeah, rapids.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you what this isn't going to be. The most difficult decisions you make tonight. That's not what it's going to be.
At which point we whoosh past the entrance to the drive.
Great. You fast and the furious. Ding, 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 ding.
We take care.
Around past the rapids. Fantastic. So as you pilot the boat sideways down the river, the cliff walls.
Let's not get anyone. We're not piloting.
We just all stood around arguing while it just goes.
So the part you pilot your way past the cliff with the seeing eyes, and you notice, despite the fact that you guys are on fire going down this river, it's getting colder, right? Like there is a chill. There's a chill in the air. There's goosebumps that aren't just from the sheer speed that you guys have gone past that dry bed opportunity. And look, you as you're going fast, you think about going slower, but you think, you know what? Worst case opportunity, like worst case scenario, that you might hear a scraping beneath the boat that is suddenly the vessel coming to a stop. Like that's the worst thing that could happen, right?
I mean,
and then you hear a scraping beneath the boat that causes it to suddenly stop. Like it happens. The worst case scenario happens. And as you're coming to that stop, you the adrenaline of the speed that you've had beforehand is starting to wash off, and you realize that you've been coasting into deeper and deeper mist as you've been going. It's not like you would have had a choice even if you didn't have that adrenaline going, because like it's a river, right? It keeps on going, right? But you're now in a pea soup mist, and as you wave some of that mist away from the edge of the boat, like to try and see the water again, it reveals that your boat's trapped in the middle of a dam of twisted branches and limbs. Think about that for a while.
All right. Okay. I got it. Ready? I'm going to cast a spell to get us through this, guys.
Hide.
Shh. Come on, man. You're messing up my zen. Don't mess up my zen, Eric. You always do this, man. All right. I'm casting Animal Summoning.
You remember what happened last time he did that?
You know what? Well, this time I got a 13 plus whatever I have. So 16. Okay.
Sure. You summon a beetle.
A what?
A beetle.
No. 16 is going to get me a either. So I can get either 1 2-hit die animal or 2 1-hit die animal. I am summoning up a pair of beavers.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to have them chew our way out of here.
Nice.
And get us on down the river. Damn, y'all.
Imagining these 2 beavers just appearing above the rapids, dropping, and then going, whoa!
Yeah. No, I'm going to put them... After they cut through, that's when they go poof. At the time, I'm going to put them on the branches.
Speed beaver.
Be all right. Go, mighty beavers, go.
I can imagine they don't just appear like a foot above the dam either. They appear like 100 feet above the dam. And they do a beaver. They do a beaver hero, like a beaver superhero landing. You know, like I don't know how with 4 legs you do a superhero landing, but that's like what happens. One arm's back here, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
And so, how do I judge this? Okay. All right. I tell you what, I'm going to
chew like the wind, my furry friends.
I'm going to have to write something down here first, right? Okay, cool. So, as that begins to happen, as the beavers begin down on the dam, you all hear in your minds, free us.
I don't think they like you making them do that.
And some of the limbs you catch movement that you could explain away with the movement of the water, but like it's eerie that it happened exactly when you heard free us.
Can detect evil. To see if there's anything around. She's going to cast Detect Evil.
That's all you can do.
I got a 20 plus my 3, 23. So I am immediately aware of all evil creatures and objects within 180 somethings. In addition, evil creatures and objects shine with a faint unearthly glow that is obvious to the cleric's allies.
Fantastic.
So she
okay.
Goes, evil. Sorry?
And does the fact that I'm chaotic count?
No, because I'm not casting it on
evil
you.
to you is chaotic, right? Like, because you're lawful?
I'm lawful, yes.
Great. So yeah, you're able to do that, and you're able to see these, like, and every friendly creature to you, even regardless of their alignment, is able to see these like crawling sort of like non-corporeal sort of things like creep across the dam towards the beavers, and they make a swipe at each. Was there 2 beavers?
2 beavers.
Yeah, hey! They make a swipe at the beavers as the beavers also make a beeline at the dam. You wouldn't happen to have a beaver stat block, would you? If not, I'm just going to make it a D3.
No, but I'll say they got probably an armor class of 10. They can't. They probably swim fast. They probably can't run. They probably could give you a good bite if they wanted to. If you were made of wood, I don't know.
Be a 1d4 on a bite.
Yeah,
They're not formidable beasts, I guess is what I'm saying, right? Like, so like the damage they would do would be like a D3 or.
Yeah, that's a generous thank you, Zach, for my D3 beaver attack. Okay. If
cool. So the beavers managed to do 4 hit points of damage to the dam in the time that they're able to do all the stuff that they're doing, and then these things which I'll refer to as river race. You feel free to refer to them as whatever came into your mind when I described them.
Certainly.
I'm sure that was like a deep experience.
Beaver botherers is what I was going to call
them. Evil creatures all around. They have a faint glow to them now from the detect evil spell. So, look, evil around us. They are attacking the beavers.
As I see the beavers being attacked, I'll be taking that big coil of rope and I'll be wrapping it around myself and tying it off and handing the other end to someone. No.
I'll take the other end of that and I wrap it around and tie it off on the cow.
The cow that you brought along. Roll under your luck to see if you brought a cow. Yeah. Cool. So the beavers we're saying have 6 HP each, right?
Sure, that's
thereabouts.
More than fair. Yeah. More than fair.
Yeah.
These are the burliest beavers you've ever seen.
And they were the burliest beavers you've ever seen. You know what I mean?
They were pretty impressive beavers.
As beavers go, yeah. Cool. So one of the beavers has been knocked down a little bit, and you know what it does? It trips over as it gets hit. It sort of like goes whoa and falls over a little bit, almost as if some of its luck was drained. So now let's roll some initiative, and we can have some fights.
Fight!
Right? Yeah. We're behind the bike sheds.
Always roll so low in initiative.
So let's have Xenosaurs.
Yep. I have a 5. 5.
Of 5, and we're going to have HMRCs.
4.
4. Great rolls, guys. Great rolls there too. Eric?
Hey, I got a good roll here. It's swiftly going to be followed by a bad roll when I do the stupid thing. 17.
17? Okay, yeah. And it's going to be Trip as well.
Well, I did better than all of you. I rolled a 2.
2. It is not golf Trip.
Oh no, hang on. My apologies, I missed the modifier. I got a 3.
A 3. Okay. Good try. Okay, so it's going to be Eric, and then it's going to be the things until we come up with a better name. River Race, and then it's going to be Xenosaur, and then HMRC, and then Trip. Okay, so let's start with Eric, and the River Race are on deck.
Okay, so I am going to use my Mighty Deed to jump off the ship and slam down onto the stuff that's stopping us moving with my Warhammer. Because Trip, someone said that they'd tied me off, right?
Yeah, you're attached to the cow.
I've already done the rope around me.
Yeah.
Someone's tied me to the ship. They can just reel me back in. I'm just gonna jump and try and smash my Warhammer into the wood to try and break it apart.
Those are some excellent assumptions. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So I need my D20 and my D4, right? For my Mighty Deed, and my Mighty Deed needs to score 3 or more on my D4, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 3, and I got a 10 on my D20 roll, so that's a 14, 15. Yeah, so a 15.
A 15
in total,
on the dam.
but my Mighty Deed succeeded because it was a 3.
Okay, and so you're looking with your dam. With the description of the what you were trying to do, you're trying to do like extra damage to the dam, right? Like
basically where the beavers have been at it. Yeah. I'm taking like a jump off the edge of the ship to just like go whack with my hammer right where they've been.
Yeah. So you're doing a real Thor like hammer coming down sort of thing, right? All right, cool. Go ahead and roll 2 of your damage die, and apply one of your modifiers to the result of both those rolls.
Okay, so I've got, usually I get 1d8 plus 1d8 plus 1 plus deed. Is that right? So this will be 2d8 plus 1 plus deed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it keep the same roll that I already did?
Yeah, it keeps the same roll.
Okay.
The deed.
4. So 4 on each of those. So 8. So 11. God, I can't add up. 11 in total. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So yeah, there's an echoing shake of the dam. You get the feel for the I don't want to say the word, the girth of the thing. Like it shakes all the way across the river. You get the impression that this is the way through, right? Cool. So
can I use my shield attack? Can I like unstrap it from my back and slam it in there as well for a second?
It's what makes you cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Get it.
So
get it, man.
That one is a D. Is it a D16 or is it D14?
It is. No, it's a D16. Yeah.
D16.
I think it's a D14.
Oh, is it? Okay. D14. Okay. Cool.
D14.
Cool.
Yes, it is. I see it now.
D14. Okay. Forever scholars of the game.
You see, it's finding the right die here. There we go. Okay, so
I mean, there's the same number of ones on any die you roll there, right?
Yeah. Well, that was a 12.
Okay.
Plus my attack, which is 1. I get to roll my D die again, though, right?
Yep, and the D die counts for your damage, and you have hit. So go ahead and roll some damage. It's not double damage this time because you've already superhero landed, so it's just going to be regular damage this time.
Okay, that's just a D3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just 3 damage. He
just
basically
3 on a D3.
Yeah, he slams down two-handed with his hammer, switches it to 1, reaches back, pulls his shield out, and slams it in like from the side of it instead of a bash. So he's trying to kind of like cut through the wood with it.
Yeah. Outstanding. He's giving the rest of the party ideas, right? This is the thing, yeah. Cool. So now we got some river race that are going to come up next. Now there's 4 of them, and they seem like it's going to be they seem tactical, right? Like so they're gonna have a go at each of 4 of you. So we're gonna start with Trip there. We're going to do a 21 to Trip's AC. We're going to do a 4 to Xenosaur's AC. We're going to do a 13 to Eric's, and we're going to do a natural 1 on HMRC. So it seems like Trip's the only one who got hit, right?
Damn it.
So it's hard to be alone, right? So that is a 3 damage to you, and you know what you do. You roll your hand over your dagger in just a way that your thumb just comes up to the edge of your dagger, and you get a little like a paper cut on your thumb. You're like, damn it. I thought I was more lucky than that, and you lose 1 luck from doing that.
It's okay. It's not like I'm a thief or anything, and therefore needed that.
Bastardos.
Yeah. Cool. We didn't hit anyone else, did we? That was all of it. Yep. Cool. That's pretty much all we needed to cover. I mean, we're running theater of the mind here, right? So, like, I'm willing to let you assume any movement that you want in the same way as I do. So now we have Xenosaur is up next.
Shit, and this thing's right in front of me, and I gotta, all right. So these are probably undead. Do they look like they're undead to me?
It's okay. So So in terms of what you can see is like a ghostly sort of like form in front of you. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you're lawful, I'd say this would be evil enough to be considered to be undead for whatever spell you want to.
Oh, I got nothing. I'm just trying to figure out in my head what I can and can't do. Oh, I got weather. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I don't know how it's going to work, but I am going to use a runic alphabet mortal. I'm just going to give it a shot. I am going to try to put a rune down that will block this thing up, and like just what I'm saying, and like hopefully, I'm hoping I roll a 19 essentially and block this thing. Other than that, it's probably going to do nothing to it. But it's all I got. So
okay.
Here it comes.
Sure.
I got a +3 on my check, and I roll a 6, and it doesn't work, and I lose the spell for the rest of the day. Thank you. Your turn.
Cool. So you gotta cast your spell.
That's
and
what I love.
You cast the spell in the way that you remember it, and it comes out sort of like, you know what you should do? You should just go away, and I don't want to see you here anymore. And they're kind of like, what? And they're still standing in front of you. Cool. So we're gonna have who are written down here. That's HMRC.
Who's after me? Or am I bottom
After
of
you
the...
is Trip.
After
Yeah.
me is Trip. HMRC. Because there are evil. There are these out here. Trip, I think you should go out and help them. I shall bless you. And I'm going to bless ally. So I'm going to 15, 16, 18. Trip receives a +1 bonus to all attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, and skill checks and spell checks for 1 turn.
Well done.
Okay.
She comes over. She comes over, rubbing her coin medallion, her large gold coin medallion, and money, money, money. I bless you, Trip. Do well. And you go all tingly.
Ooh.
I need to break the action for the moment because traveling now in the chat is just killing it with the the jokes.
I know who that is.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that?
So.
That's you. Right. Okay. You need to just be saying those things out loud then.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to interrupt. That's the beauty of the chat. I can kind of put things here and not break up the action. So
no, we've got a heckle Zach. That's
yeah,
the dumb thing.
I'm cool
I'll see you in the chat, my friend. You know, no, I don't want to. You know, it's actually one of the great things about playing online is that you can do that and not. You can still get your jokes out there, but not have to script the flow. You know.
I run games in a pub, man. You know. Like,
hey, I've got Jägermeister not 10 feet away from me. We could get serious here and.
Buddy, I'm on the spider. Do it.
Do it.
Trip.
Yes.
You're on, buddy.
Achievement unlocked.
I mean, if you're only just starting, I feel like you need to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a D17.
Chug.
You take. Yeah.
You know,
Certain experience is on a different time zone.
you know, it's 4 PM here, right? Just,
Yeah, but it's Friday.
So 4 hours late for starting drinking.
all right.
What the hell is that?
It's like a miniature.
Wow.
It's a little
This
Jäger.
one's small. That one's far away.
That's awesome.
We got the Father Ted reference just then. Cold brew coffee.
Jägermeister
The
coffee.
worst thing I've ever heard of it.
I mean, it's the third worst thing I've ever heard of.
Hasn't had mama
Hey,
yet.
Trip,
Also,
what are you doing, bud?
I'm doing it in my teacup here. So, hey, I'm gonna raise a glass to all the viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And
everyone.
if you're seeing this on YouTube, like and subscribe for my boy here because he runs a fantastic game.
Whoop, whoop. And also, whilst we're at it, hey to Neil, to Bruce, to Jen, and to this traveling now guy who keeps heckling. yeah, so pleased you could join us live. And to everyone who's watching the catch-up, thank you for watching.
Good.
Hang on. Pause. Brendan, just pause for a second. And resume.
That is so... This is vile. I love regular Jägermeister. This coffee flavored stuff is disgusting. I don't know why I did that. Regular Jägermeister. I bought the wrong ones. I bought the wrong minis. God, I feel like I'm gonna... you ever have a drink and you automatically feel a hangover just tick, tick? Yeah.
You're skipping the bars and going straight to the hangover, right?
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
That's kind of drink.
Now I feel guilty because that was a peer pressure drink.
Nah, it's fine.
Have you got anything to wash it down with? Like maybe some Jack Daniels or... I got
a La Croix. That's what I'm doing here for... It's nearly empty, so I'm out of luck.
Yeah.
Come here, kitten.
Okay, so... I will... Is there something that's... When I was attacked, I presume that was something that was very much in melee range.
Oh yeah. It sucked the luck right out of your face.
Right.
Yeah.
Screw this guy. So I've got a long sword, and I'm just going to hack at the bastard, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, it's a great option. You know, it's one of the ones that are open to you, and you should try it.
Yeah, I would love to try it. I'm probably not going to do a great job of trying it, to be honest with you. In fact, as far as trying it goes, I would probably say that it's one of the worst trying it's I've done in a while.
Yeah, unfortunately they don't have rules in DCC yet for participation medals. So you don't get anything for that. In fact, quite the opposite.
You get no wooden spoon.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's listening as opposed to watching, I just rolled a natural 1, which is a suboptimal outcome.
Mm-hmm. Now, in true millennial fashion, you do get something; it's just not good. Yeah. So go ahead and roll. What your fumble check, right?
Yeah. Fumble dice D4.
Fumble die. Do you add or you remove your luck? I can't remember. It's you remove your luck on fumble, isn't it?
The luck makes the fumble less bad, I think.
So modifier, you flick it around. So if your modifier is a plus normally, it becomes a minus on the fumble table. I think, isn't it?
Like
yeah, exactly.
But if it's a minus, it becomes a plus on the fumble table. Yeah.
Well said.
Not a great strat, but to reduce your modifier to try and make your fumbles better. But it is a thing.
I'm just trying to bloody find it. I've got my quick.
I'll tell you what. Let's find Eric. You're next, mate. So think about what you want to do next whilst we're working out this fumble.
Did we say that the luck gets taken away? Yeah, because it's
times -1.
Yeah. So it is. I trip and recover with a DC 10 ref save. So I'll do a ref save. I passed. So I tripped.
Fantastic. So you whoop, Eric, get him.
Right,
Eric is tethered to a cow at the moment.
Yeah. Eric, is that what you?
I tied you off against Gertie the cow.
Oh my god! I'm just kind of pulling the cow into the river instead of like.
It's a big cow, and it's carrying all the loot that we've got given as well.
Okay.
Wow.
So Eric, seeing that the wraith did absolutely nothing to him the last time, and figuring if we get free, we'll start moving, so we'll move away from the wraiths. He's just going to keep going. He's just going to keep trying to break away. He's not going to attack the wraith.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's just going to smash with his warhammer, crash with his shield.
Yeah, that's what I should.
Shall I just roll both at the same time? Both attacks?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So a
look, you're rolling against essentially the ground at this point, right? So anything less than a 5, you are going to miss the ground.
Okay, all right. I was attempting to do something, but I didn't say it before, and I've already rolled now, so I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it next time if we're still here. I was going to do a Mighty Deed again, but okay. So 12, 16, 17 with my Warhammer, and I need to roll my deed die again, and that's a 16, 17, almost like the top that I could get with that. So 16 and 17 with my 2 attacks. So do they both hit then, right? Because it's just the ground.
Oh, right, that's not damage. That's actually the
yeah. No, sorry,
against.
that's just my to hits. Yeah. Okay, so
okay.
6 plus 4 for my D die plus 1. So so 11, and then 3 plus 3, 6, 7 for my shield.
Nice.
So he's basically he's just going to town on this thing.
What's the number altogether
of damage?
Yeah,
18, I think it was 7, 11, and 7. Yeah.
Sorry, my brain doesn't work that way, right?
Okay. Yeah. As soon as I said it, I almost forgot it. So my brain, our brains are not syncing. Yeah. So 18 together. He's just going to town on it. Like, I see that as like multiple blows. He's just like constantly smashing at it.
He's like doing the nut bush, like just stomping on the thing, you know, like, well, they like, I don't know, the dwarven equivalent of the nut bush, you know what I mean? Like some sort of stompy thing that involves like slamming your shield down every now and again, and you know, like all that kind of stuff. Because that's what those sort of dances are for, really. I mean, you know, like the old school fables, they teach you about not going into the forest and all that kind of stuff. The dwarven dances are about how to destroy dams. Funny about that. So the river rays are gonna have a go at each of you again. Sorry, I'm walking away from my mic here. Cool. So Trip gets a 11 against your AC. Xenosaur gets a 20 against your AC, not natural. Eric gets an 18 against your AC, and HMRC gets a 5 against your AC.
Damn it.
Hits me.
So it's Eric and Xenosaur a hit. So we've got a
I am as well.
1.
My AC is 11.
Oh, okay. So, well, then my first roll then would be against Trip, which would be a 1. And imagine how amazingly I describe the fact that luck gets sucked out of you, because there's 3 of you this time. Xenosaur gets 4 damage and 1 luck, and Eric gets 3 damage and 1 luck reduced from your score. And it's extremely cinematic the way in which I described the luck coming out of you. And Xenosaur, it's your turn.
Okay. All right. We need more. So he didn't break through the dam at this point. Am I correct?
He didn't, and actually, I should probably add at this point as well, because the beavers are still going to be around, right? Like, so they're gonna add 2 and 3 damage to the thing. So we're gonna add that up 5 damage to the dam as well. And as they continue to do damage, you hear join us.
Shant.
I don't think we will.
Sorry, agree.
I have literal nothing that will work on scary voices or whatever. Oh, HM, but you know what I will do? I'll be like, HM, they're evil undead. Send them away from us. You must do this.
I
guess I'll just take a swing at this one of the wraiths with my hand axe, which I have, just to see how it goes. Here it goes. +1. Wah! And it's a natural 1.
Yes. I mean, no.
Bitch. You know. And you know what? 1 more point of luck and I'm in a minus territory. So I actually roll my fumble, Zach.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 4.
Okay, we have
That sucks.
No,
That sucks. That sucks.
So we got HMRC. I actually can't read my own writing on this piece of paper right now. It took me forever to work out that was HMRC. 4. So your weapon's damaged. And the weapon can be repaired in 10 minutes of work, but it's useless for right now.
All right. Yeah.
Unfortunate. So yeah, you slam it past one of the race, and you get it sort of like stuck in a piece of wood in such a way that when you try to pull it out, what would you hit me with?
A hand axe.
Hand axe. So like the handle of the axe just cracks in such a way that you imagine that it'd be fairly ineffectual if you were to go ahead and make another attack. So, unlucky, but this is the way it goes. So, HMRC.
These evil creatures, I must turn them away. They are unholy. I will turn unholy. I've never done turn unholy before. I fumbled through it once in a game once. That's 17, 18. Aha, so that's 20. That's not a natural 20, but it's plus the luck modifier as well. Oh, luck modifier is 0, so that makes no bleeding difference.
I've actually never judged unholy, so whatever happens now is entirely up to you.
Well, this is the point where we all win.
Do you want to?
I've got the rules in front of me, so it says, okay, yep. So I've done the spell check bit, yep, done that. It says compare the result to the turn check table. So I got 20 in total.
I got it. What's Zach? How many hit dice they have?
These ones have 2 hit die.
And you got a 20. She is going to turn 1d3 plus caster level, so she'll turn a die 3 plus 2 of them. And they get a saving throw. Nice. And they got to make a 20 to saving throw to not get sent away.
Their saving throw is a 2 plus what save?
Well, willpower.
So an 8 altogether.
Nerd
save.
Nope. So the turned creature moves away from the cleric at maximum speed or cowers if unable to retreat. The turned creature continues to flee for 3d10 minutes.
Okay. I really hope I'm gonna say this out loud just because I think it's funny.
19.
I really hope that those turned creatures going away at maximum speed are aware of the sides of the boat.
The size of the boat. I mean, tell me how that relates to them running, because that could happen.
No, I refuse.
Okay. So they run down river.
Sweetback style.
Yeah, running. Yeah, they go sideways. Yeah, and so 3 of them go running down the river. One of them is still there and fearsome though.
Probably makes sense that it's me, doesn't it? Seeing as I'm the only one not in the boat.
Say what?
Probably makes sense that it's me, the one that it sticks to. Because the other 3 are in the boat attacking people, aren't they? Whereas the other one's by me on the furthest away from the magical effect.
Sure, yeah. So
throw yourself under the bus there, Martin.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
So Trip, it's your shot, mate.
I mean, I've got nothing to hit right now. So
there's the one that didn't run away. Oh, that was in Eric's face, right?
Apparently
That's what I
so.
was saying just a moment. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. So I will go over towards the side of the boat, hoping that I can just stab this thing with my spear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory. We know how good my dice rolls have been so far, so let's find out. That is not too bad. That is an 18.
Cool. What did you hit it with?
A spear.
Damage
is...
So a a non-magical, non-silvered, non-mithril spear.
Yeah, so spear melee.
That also didn't crit or cause poison, cold, or mental effects.
I mean, it actually did all of those
charm, or
things.
paralysis.
It did all of those things.
I'm just asking, like
It's,
like off the
this is
off the cuff sort of thing.
This is my secret blessed mithril spear of
right.
I've got like an ounce. I got an ounce of mithril in my equipment. Can I like throw it in the air as the spear goes past, so that it like
to make the spear magical, silvered mithril?
Mithril, I got an ounce of mithril.
Not immune to critical hits, poison, cold, or mental effects.
So with that 17,
or paralysis. None of these things.
With that 17, basically the mithril that was in the air, I managed to spear that and thrust it into the stomach into this creature. Anyway, I don't think so.
True.
Yeah.
True. I'm surprised that I have to say this to you at this point, but you didn't fucking hit it.
I think I hit it.
It almost pains me to have to say this to you that you didn't hit it. Yeah.
Not with the 17. What do you mean I didn't do damage?
Well, okay, sure. If that makes you feel better, yeah, you hit it, but you didn't do any damage.
And it's kind of like, huh? And
yeah, you sail through and almost trip over from your spear. Okay,
my
cool.
spear is now embedded in a dam.
Now it's going to be Eric's turn.
As I've been wailing on this thing, has it been making kind of cracking sounds like it's
it's breaking. Oh,
right.
Yeah,
okay. Cool.
Yeah. No,
I'm not just hammering away for no reason. Okay.
It's not feeling good about like it spent all these years being a dam, and you're just like telling it, hey, listen, you're not great at being a dam. Like it's, if anything, it's taking psychological damage.
Okay.
1d3 psychological damage.
Go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was a 1. So.
That's a lot. We rolled a lot of 1s during this game. Are y'all seeing that?
The only one.
I'm gonna make you roll a fumble die because I want to know how you ruined an attack against an inanimate object.
I think he's probably getting a bit cocky, and he's hearing the cracks, and he's kind of like, yeah, bang with the warhammer, and we'll see what happens. Where's the D12? There. No, that's the crit table. What am I doing? Where's the fumble table? I was looking at the wrong table.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
fumbles
are modified by things like your armor, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, are they? Oh,
well, it affects the die that you roll, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
it's just your luck modifier that will affect your fumble.
Okay. So what die am I rolling then?
Should say in your character sheet.
Fumble.
Look under your armor, under your equipment section.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fumble die D12. Yeah. I thought I picked up a D12. I thought it was. Okay. And then what check penalty -5? Do I apply that of my armor? Or...
No. Not to that number.
So I got a 7 on the fumble die.
What's your luck modifier?
My luck modifier is +1.
Oh,
so that's a 6.
That'll drop me down to 6.
6. Your weapon becomes entangled in your armor. You must spend your next round untangling them. In addition, your armor bonus is reduced by 1 until you spend 10 minutes refitting the tangled buckles and straps.
So you heroically try and fight the inanimate dam, and you're like, yeah.
So does it just like bounce off and then go?
yeah. It's like your warhammer's made out of Velcro, and your armor is made out of the opposite piece of Velcro.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would even attempt the shield bash if I'm kind of trying to dislodge a hammer from me.
I think you're right. So it would be Xenophil's turn. Yeah.
Like there's nothing I can do against one of these wraiths, I don't think. Can I reach forward far enough to hit the one that is bothering Eric with my staff? Oh, it won't hurt him. It's a regular metal. I got nothing.
Well, so Eric's not being bothered by a wraith right now. He is trying to heroically dismember the dam.
All right.
Is the thing that is causing his fulfillment.
All right. Then both of my beavers will continue to chaw on it.
Yep, that's a good idea. All right, cool. So we got a 1 and a 1.
Swiftly now, my furry friends.
Mm-hmm.
I talk like that all the time.
Beaver time.
And then I don't know. I guess I will go over and help brace the rope, which is probably getting ready to pull the cow into the drink. So I'll be like, I'll help.
Mm-hmm. Good shout.
For what it's worth.
Okay, HMRC.
Worked so well last time. Let's turn unholy one more time. Begone, you foul fiends that crawl upon vindicatum. You will be gone from me. Maybe not. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it does nothing. Yeah.
So wasn't it a will save?
No, but it was NE, so no effect. So I got an 8 in total. So she rubbing her holy symbol, money, come on, begone, you unholy things. But it's just not enough, and it's there sort of going, yeah, and
cool. So it's
I'm fine, thanks, mate.
It's Trip's turn, and he hears join us, don't destroy it. And yeah, that's basically what you hear. By the way, the dam is looking pretty severely damaged.
Cool. In that case, I think I failed to attack this thing. I see Zen is bracing to prevent the cow, and I think that's probably a gosh darn good idea. So I'm going to do the same with the intention that if we can feel that this boat is starting to shift forward just a little bit, then I'm gonna be ready to pull the dwarf.
Here.
Yep, DCC things. Yeah.
Pull the dwarf.
Yeah.
So that.
So is there a pull the dwarf? Like
no, I'm not.
Or something? No, we're just ready.
I'm bracing.
If it cuts loose and when we're all like, wow, the river, Trip and I are ready to haul him in.
Exactly.
We're braced up. And just,
effectively held actions, but
held action.
There was a little bit of a like a crossover there where we were talking about the dwarf as a cow, and that kind of confused me, right? So the dwarf's on the thing, and you're worried about whether he falls in when everything goes to crap.
Right? So basically, at one end of the rope is the dwarf who's in the water, and the other end of the rope is the cow. So if we brace the rope by taking the dwarf's weight, then the moment the boat goes, we can pull the dwarf back into the boat, therefore saving the cow and the dwarf,
and the dwarf,
and the dwarf,
yeah.
And
I mean,
one of the bruises that follows us has just said, "Pull the dwarf." Sounds rude.
Wow, we're over here playing a PG game. Thanks very much.
We are.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, with everyone trying to save the dwarf from his intended fate, the dwarf takes his action.
My action is to free my hammer. Next person's turn. Because that's what my turn is this turn. Yeah, and like with my back to them, so that they can't see what's happening. I'm just like stamping on it, and I'm like. Yeah, because I have to take my whole turn to free my weapon.
We all think you're just trying to get a really uncomfortable fart out.
It's a shame to have
He's
to
trying to
role play
do that
because we all have to
too,
deal with the
but-
day to day. But there's a great amount of embarrassment, like social embarrassment, involved there. Yeah. Cool. So, so the Wraith is going to roll a 6 against Eric, and that's not going to be any good. So then that's going to be Xenosaur's turn.
So I'm up. Well, first of all, I once again call upon my beavers to do their holy work of knowing us and freeing us from this,
the holy beavers. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Dream beaver.
That is going to be 5 points of damage on the dam for the beavers. And I tell you what, they are like they're gnawing sort of thing, and like it begins to crack, and then like the shaking and so forth. They begin to like they stand up on their hind legs almost like humans, and then they fall into the spray, and they get sprayed down to the thing, and you get thrust forward as part of the as the party on the boat. The Eric the dwarf falls below the spray, but is luckily pulled forth by Bessie the cow back into the she's an anchor. There's a bit of an eye bulging from Bessie on the boat, and you're able to pull Eric back up, and you sail further down towards the tunnels. Yeah. All right. So free falling. All right, cool. Where are we sitting at? Okay, cool. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time here as well, because man, I didn't think it was going to take that long for you guys to kill a dam.
Should have taken the shortcut.
I should have taken the shortcut, right? Cool. So you head into these into the tunnels, and you left. In case I didn't mention it in the earlier in the adventure, which I probably should have. It was early morning when you headed off. It's now the sun is high in the sky. It's beating down on you with its full force, and as you head towards these tunnels here that are on the right of the map that you've seen, the river begins to slow somewhat, but also as you head into the tunnels, that beating sunlight begins to subside somewhat. So the benefit is that you don't have to sit in the beating sunlight. The downside is that you can't see shit, because it's like, well, they're tunnels, right? They're dark. So
Quick,
now
Eric,
you're saying
go up the front of the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like break out one of the torches that we got Hagra to give us because he didn't put them on the boat.
Roll under your luck, because he definitely didn't put them on the boat, but you might find some.
Okay. A 3. So yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you find these really nice torches too, though, right? Like, it's like, oh, these
I'm
are
not
nice
sure I even want to use them. They're so nice.
Right?
I mean, do we really want?
Do dwarves have dark vision of some description?
I got infravision 60
infrared
feet.
So you're fine, and you're like, yeah. Where we're going, we don't need torches.
No. I can see your body heat.
Oh, thank you.
Starts clicking like Predator.
Yeah. Like right next to him as well, because he can't see me. So I can see your body heat, human.
You're saying it to me.
You just light the torch, and you just do a Kubrick stare at him.
I can smell you. I can smell the gold on you, human.
And it's where if you didn't have infravision, if you just had some form of normal like dark vision, would I be really inclined to hide in shadows just to go, no, you can't?
Yeah. No. Yes, I will light the torch for people that can't see.
as the torch lights, you're able to see the tunnel that you're in, and through the darkness at the edges of the torch, you're able to see the occasional bat hanging from the roof of this tunnel, and you begin to notice on the walls a number of the seeing eyes that you're all so familiar with now. Hey, look! Don't worry. All right. Hey! There's no need. Because they're only rendered in charcoal this time. All right. It's not. They're not carved into the stone like the other ones were. But nonetheless, they're like crappy graffiti. You get the idea, right? You get what they were going for. And so as you continue along. You do notice a small dock in the middle of the darkness, and I can the dock has like one of those seeing eyes above it. It's carved into stone, and it's like a it's a rudimentary dock, and it's shown on the I've now shown it to the left of the map there.
There we go.
So you say you don't necessarily have to stop at this, but you are sailing past it. If you're able to see the map, you can see that the tunnels. Based on the map that you can see, the tunnels do come out somewhere, but this is something not marked on the map.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I could do with a breather.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe we can find some food and some mysterious healing item.
Right.
Fine.
It calls to us. We as the chosen ones must go.
I am mindful of the task at hand and the time allotted to do it in.
We saved time on the rapids, though.
Go, fine. Let's do it. Let's go.
I see what HMRC is saying, though. It's not exactly the right time to drop off for a nice cold IPA, right?
Eric isn't that intelligent, so although he said that, it's not, it's not exactly the best advice.
Okay.
If the rest of the group want to stop at the dock and go through the creepy hole in the wall with the evil eye above it, then HMRC will follow along.
I mean, in my experience, what could go wrong?
No, exactly. As we disembark, before we disembark, HMRC is going to say, does anyone need a little healing? I can lay on hands to help ease the pain.
I would be appreciated.
I mean, I can always have a little bit of healing.
I can find the rules in the book for lay on hands. So I'm just scrolling through. There it is. Okay, spell check. Ooh, that's a 5 in total.
That's suboptimal.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's special. Failure increases disapproval rating as noted above. Trip, what alignment are you?
Chaotic.
That's probably why it failed then. You are not of the lawful path. No, my God does not like that. I'm sorry, I'm unable. Damn clerics. No. Disapproval.
I think Eric's t-shirt says it perfectly. Boo.
Ghost of disapproval says boo.
I'm just not impressed with this clerical error.
Yeah. So yeah, fail. you have not been healed, Trip, because you are chaotic, and I have gained a point of disapproval. Can I try on Eric?
Yeah.
I will try on Eric.
I've taken 3 hit points of damage. Is that worth it?
Yeah.
I suppose I don't have
Try
much.
it.
So.
Well, the worst thing that can happen is I get more disapproval.
I'm not chaotic, so I'm not lawful either, though.
See, there you go. That helped. 21.
There you go. You see, you have to be worthy. I say, looking at Trip.
On the first failure, you obviously hear Bull Dakatak's voice. Come into your mind and be like, no, no.
So we succeeded on the second lay on hands. So with that, Eric can heal. It says number of dice, type of dice determined by the hit dice of the creature to be healed. So you should have a hit dice. I can't remember what it is for dwarves.
D10.
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 Okay. So
it's you can roll the number of dice. I think it's the same as my caster level.
So I roll that.
Oh no, it's the target's class. Yeah. So as a second level character, you can roll 2d10, and hopefully not that you're going to need 2d10 to heal.
But I do that rather than you doing the healing.
I can roll it for you if you're averse to rolling dice.
Well, I mean, as long as I get 1 and a 2, yeah. I mean,
well, here, look, you roll 1. So... I'll roll 1.
Okay, yeah,
I've rolled 1.
I got a 5.
And I got a 7. There you go. You're fully healed.
Go. Yes, thank you. Healing. Thank you. What it is to be worthy of your God's blessing.
Well, you know, there's always a little.
I'm not tithing. I already got the healing. I don't have to.
Damn!
If you'd have said it before, I'd have given it to you. But
I always forget. Yes, I don't.
You hear a
contract before goods. Isn't that like the
you'll hear Bull Dakatak's voice in your head again. Mwah! Mwah! Cool. So so we got like a darkened tunnel sort of at the other side of the dock that you're heading down towards. Can I assume that you that's sort of the way that you're going, or is there anything else you wanted to do before you went? Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
So you head down and yeah, you're walking down this. It seems like a sort of like a. You can't pick it whether it's like a natural stairway because like the edges are all rounded and stuff, like water like bouncing over rocks over a number of period of years. It's almost like any dwarf like Eric would be like, these stairs, man. What's up with these stairs, right? But they're heading down, and you end up in a small chamber, and you see within this chamber 3 torches on the southernmost wall, which is a description of where things would be that only exists in tabletop role playing. It's on the back wall, right? Cool. So on the top right hand side, you're going to see on the thing the room that you're in, as I describe it, may help. So you see the torches there. So maybe not on the back wall. Then maybe I'm being unfair. That's south. If it helps you to orient yourself. They seem to be dusted with some strange alchemical powder. Because the reason that makes you think this is that they burn these unnatural colors. One are red, one's yellow, and one's blue. And in the center of the room sits a stone altar with 3 unlit torches placed in cavities such that their tips sort of stick out the center. The altar faces a thick wooden door, and the door has 3 clear crystals, and they are so deeply embedded in the wood that you can only imagine the wood grew around them, right? Like these are way in this door, like it's unnaturally within this door, or at least unnatural craftsmanship caused this to happen. And there's a faint outline of an inscription etched on the altar that you can kind of see in the picture there along the top there.
All right. Can we make out what it says in the inscription on the altar?
Yeah, sure. So the inscription that you're looking at there reads in whatever is the most far out language you understand. is a light in order these hues to pass, the grass, the plum, and pumpkin last. That's what you got.
The what? The what? The what?
Grass, a light in
plum,
order these hues to pass, the grass, the plum, and pumpkin last.
Okay, so grass is green.
Pumpkin.
So green.
So,
Green. Plum is like a purple color, so red and blue.
Red, blue.
Yeah.
And then pumpkin's like a sort of red, yellow. It's an orange color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So obviously we have to light these.
Red and yellow. And green is made up of yellow and blue.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
I think it has to go the grassy. I mean, there's bluegrass, but I don't know if that's
Ooh.
Grass.
Bluegrass is
we
a
play
thing?
both kinds of music, country and western.
Yeah.
Okay, the music art form is named for the actual bluegrass that grows in Kentucky. It's not super blue. It's not like Grover blue, but
Kentucky doesn't exist in DCC. Just so you know.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. All right, so what's okay? I mean, there isn't a green one unless. Oh, wait a minute! I got it.
Yeah.
I bet you have to combine them.
Yeah.
I bet you have to put them together. So you'll have to put together like the first one will be.
So that yellow and blue together.
Yellow will make green. And
so
then
yellow and blue
purple.
together in the first. Yeah.
That's red.
Red and blue.
Blue.
Yep. And then pumpkin's orange.
Yeah.
Red and yellow.
Which is red and yellow.
Yeah. Boom, kids.
We work out the order that we have to light them.
That's the order we have to light them in, but I don't know whether it just means whatever torch. Because it said the order you have to light them in is the order it says it in. But that doesn't necessarily mean...
Other torches on the wall, the red, the yellow, and blue torches are already lit in those colours? If I missed something.
So it will be the... Yeah, so
the words above those torches are currently glowing in the colours that is written there. Let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be.
So these are burning in the colour of the flame is the colour that is indicated.
Yes,
correct.
Up here. But do we know what order we need to do these
things in the middle? I would read from left to right across the door is how I would do it.
Yeah, and as you're looking at it, I imagine these are the words. It'll line up left, right, middle.
Yeah.
Can I?
So the torches in the stand in the middle of the room are in front of the clear gems in the door.
Yes.
So as we're standing looking at them right now, I would light that first one on the left hand side. Yeah, that one with the yellow and blue.
Yeah,
and then
yellow and blue.
The red and blue in the middle one, and that's how I.
As you light the yellow and blue, on the left-hand side, the gem on that left-hand side begins glowing in a natural green, like the greenest grass that you've ever seen. Unnaturally green, like VR cyberpunk green.
Super green.
Super green.
Okay. Hang on. So when we've done that, do they go out?
They do not. The lights that you've used to light that first one on the left continue to glow their original hues, but you've now got a green flame glowing on the left hand torch there.
Okay,
And
so
then
now
the center
we need
one.
Yeah,
do the center one with it's the plum, so it's the blue and the red.
Yep. Imagine that I'm so cinematic that I'm able to describe that in a short sentence. Yeah.
And then we do the same, but on the far one that is currently unlit for making orange color, which is the red and the yellow.
Yep.
Congratulations on solving a puzzle that I thought was going to take forever in a record amount of time. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
we've got to make up for that dam, right?
We're quick on puzzles, short on dams.
Yeah. It's all up here, right? Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so so as the third light lights up an orange of the ripest pumpkin that you would have ever seen in all of your years of living in farm life before you took to adventuring. You hear clunks of metal mechanisms going on behind the door, and it swings open almost of its own volition, revealing a further darkness. You see a few steps that you guess from the one or two that you can see that are descending.
I feel the
Martin, you're muted.
I feel the dwarf should go first.
I'm not sure how it works in DCC. It's infravision, so it's not like dark vision. So I'm only really picking up heat, aren't I? So can I still see kind of gradations in the heat to be able to see my 60 feet, or I'm not quite sure how it works. Like if I go first, can I actually see 60 feet ahead? That's what I'm asking.
The way I would rule it is that you can get a general sense of the fact that you're going down a gradient in the same way. You ever walk drunk down a hill, right? You're not gonna pick up every single hole, but you've got a general sense of the fact that the hill is going downwards.
Yeah. Hey, guys, before we go, the boat is right over here at the end of the dock. We should go and grab if there's any of that gear we want. 100 feet of rope, long pole, 2 harpoons with 25-foot line each, 4 spikes, and then
cow.
Cow is not
The cow can carry all that crap.
He's the 5th party member. What are you talking about?
I think I
Brendan's played this game before, right?
Yeah.
He's played this game before.
Yeah, let's grab all of it except maybe the pole. No, let's grab the pole. That's a 10
push
foot.
The cow down the stairs and see
you and this cow.
If any traps go off.
Getting very obedient. She'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cow pushing. I've done that when I've been drunk.
She's got great big not saddlebags, but that sort of thing. She can carry all the loot that we haven't found yet.
I don't believe a cow is going to squeeze past the flames, the torches that are in the middle of that room.
Should be fine.
Zach, does it look like the cow will make it down the stairs enough?
Is a cow going to get past those torches, those now lit torches in the middle of the room?
Well, does anyone have it's not you rolled an animal handling check, didn't you, earlier, Senator? There was some
I rolled summon animal. I created some from air.
I can roll some kind of
roll against your summon animals, Venusaur. You can't lose it on this, but you do. But if you want to be able to do it,
Venusaur doesn't want the cow,
if you succeed, then the cow can come.
It's different if I can control the cow though, than with this spell. So I can't really control it, but
it's all right. I mean, we're just pushing it down. So
yeah, here it goes. Bip.
I'm just looking for a random roll here, right?
Sorry, I got a total of a 9 and I need a 12.
Okay.
9.
So when you go up and you're like, hey, come on, Bessie, let's go, and it comes up and it nuzzles you. It's like nuzzles you, and and that's it.
Won't
Like the poor sweet dead-eyed thing has no idea what you wanted to do.
So long,
and
Bill.
it stays on the boat. Cool.
Useless cow.
Hey, listen. We've been going for about 2 hours now. Is it? Can we?
Yeah, I think it was
do our
exactly
break
2
here?
hours. So yeah,
Mhm.
we're going to take a rejoining humanity break, and we'll be back in around 5 minutes. So probably just after 10 for those who are watching live, and playing live, in fact. So we will catch you then.
Awesome.
Cool.
And we're back. Apologies for the lack of intermission music, as pointed out by one of our lovely viewers. We'll work on that. And we are back in a funky order. So let me just re-invite. There we go. Hurrah. How are we doing?
Good. How are you? Oh, we're back.
I mean, I'm doing great.
I'm doing great. This is really fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I'm so glad you guys are having a good time.
Yes.
Awesome. Although that dam was definitely a goddamn.
A goddamn. We just wouldn't. So, has there been a decision on the little chat backstage?
Yeah, that's cool. So, I mean, I'm not sure if we're gonna keep adventuring. Let's do an adventure, but it's maybe not going to be so long in the tooth as it has been thus far. Yeah. So we're heading downstairs. Yeah. And
we went back to the boat and got the bits and pieces out of the boat.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
We got the pole, the rope, the modeling now a beautiful harpoon.
We say a fond farewell to our cow. You know what we'll do? Let's push the cow out and let it float down the stream of the river, and hopefully it'll hit some place with grass. Agreed?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll kind of launch him off there. Be like, good luck.
Bye, Gertie.
Look after
You've been a good friend.
Look after the boat.
But you could look after the boat.
It seems to be with cows.
We'll be back for you.
It seems to be with cows, like they inevitably find grass anyway. You find them in like some random field that's not even like a farmer's field, and it's like, how did you get here? Well, there was grass there. Cool. So you wander down the stairs, and you've established already that you have a light of some description as you've been walking down, because that's how you managed to be able to find the dock. And as you're walking down, you begin to notice some more of the like sort of inscriptions, but they're a little bit more detailed and decorative than the charcoal eyes that you've seen thus far as the seeing eyes. You see depictions, like murals of Buldak attack in the early days, being able to help the original 13 and so forth, and the way in which that the city has grown, and then a few scenes which are, well, they're pretty grotesque, right? like they are essentially like Buldak attack reaping the rewards of hundreds of years of bringing a society up in whichever grotesque faction takes your liking in your own minds, because I'm gonna be all House on Haunted Hill with you, right? Whatever's it's the closed door that is the most scariest thing. Cool. So you walk down, and eventually you find yourself on the top of a stairway that leads quite openly into a giant cavern. And I'm going to try and reveal the stairs that you're walking down. Just one moment. It's going to be on the bottom right. And you should now see the stairs you're wandering down. So the stairs you're wandering down there, you can see from where you are, the Deep Scratch River clearly terminates from where you are here. So, you found a shortcut through the dock. Well done. That's cool. You should die a lot quicker now. So yeah, it clearly terminates here. And as you look around, there's like a murky lake, and the water laps against algae covered walls. that are in here, and the source of the murkiness of the water, because it's clear, like as far as murkiness goes, right? This is a solid, like it's like an 8.5 out of 10 on like murkiness, you know, like because you've collected like a lot of data on murkiness as you've been traveling, and this is like a solid 8.5. And
scale.
Yeah, right. And you're not. It's not immediately apparent why it's so murky until your eyes focus in the dim light of the cavern that you're in, and there you go. There's the that's why it's all the bloated corpses. That's what's making it so murky. There's bloated corpses floating along the top of this entire lake, basically. So yeah, that'll do it as far as murkiness is concerned. So once your gut settles from realizing that the murkiness is caused from like hundreds of bloated corpses all over the top of the lake,
can we
you realize
see
that
these bloated corpses floating across the top of the lake? Or
you can see them.
We can see them. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably what also contributes to the pong.
It's not great smelling. It's not great.
We might have found the source of the pong.
We found the source of the pong, guys.
Yeah, in fact, you smell a little bit of Febreze as well. It's like
it's
like
they
tried so hard.
Spell again.
They tried so hard and got so far, and it didn't matter. So then, as you're looking across this lake, you also see, and you can see in the image there is a platform. Looks like, hey, look, if you had to guess, it'd be about 60 foot square, you know. And it seems that there's a square there, and there is a smooth black onyx tower which rises about 40 feet above the platform. Now, there's one other thing that you see amongst all this, and that is robed figures moving both on the base of the platform as well as walking up the ramp that goes around the center that you can see in that image. There's a ramp that goes all the way up the black onyx tower. So that's everything you see.
All right, let's walk down to the edge of the right where the water begins and take a look around for a red-headed corpse with a birthmark.
That's a great question. Great question. Cool.
Start looking. Big pole. We've got the big pole. Start poking the corpses,
well,
turning them over, looking for the right one. No, it's not this one. Don't think it's this one.
We'll start.
And anyone who's looking can roll under their intelligence to see what they find.
Under. All right.
Under.
Yep.
How many corpses did you say there were? How many? Like hundreds, thousands?
I mean, if you wanted to sit here counting them, then good game. It was a great adventure.
Yeah.
This is
That's
been
fun.
fun.
That's not that.
No, I'm gonna let the humans do that.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Zach,
mm-hmm.
I tried. I made my roll to roll under my intelligence. I rolled another 1.
Whoa!
And I have a 15 intelligence.
Okay, so you find 3 corpses. That's only 2, but you find 3. You find 3 corpses with red hair, red mop, like curly mopped hair, like the hero of Brave in Disney. You roll them over. You roll them over. One of them you find has a tattooed face, but as you inspect the corpse, there is no bullhorn birthmark that you know to be one of the other things that you need to find. A second one is just like completely bare, and the third one you thought was redhead, but when you really inspect it, it's more of a mousy brown. You know.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Not strawberry.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, all right. Just in case, let's drag all of them ashore, just in case, and leave them there. I mean, 3 more corpses on the, it's not going to hurt anything, and continue our search.
I rolled a 7 under 12.
Okay. Sure. As you go looking around, you end up spotting the same sort of ones as the exact same corpses as Xenosaur does.
Handy.
And you do this whole sort of thing where you almost claim them to be your own finds. It's like, hey, that one over there, get it out. But he's already pulling them out of the water. But the thing that you do notice across the shore there onto the 60-foot platform there is that the robed figures, they appear to be sort of human sized, and each of them are going about tasks, different tasks that are sort of they're holding their focus. And as I say, the reason why you notice this is because all you've been doing is giving instructions to Xenosaur thus far, so the rest of your attention can be drawn by what's going on over there.
You think
HMRC didn't bother? She was looking, but she didn't manage to pass her roll. So she just sort of goes, corpses.
Yeah, you notice your shoelaces undone.
One moment.
Yeah, that would have had dire effects in the next combat. So you're glad that you remembered that. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of what you got. You were still over the other side of the lake to the platform.
They look a little bit intense.
They look quite holy. I think we should go see them. Maybe they can help us with our search.
They do look disturbingly intense. Some of them you notice hum while they work, like disturbing Oompa Loompas. Well, they're
like an amazing name.
Are they orange?
They're like more disturbing Oompa Loompas. You know what I mean?
Ew.
It's kind of what they're like.
Are they humming the Oompa Loompa song?
The disturbing Oompa Loompa song.
Oompa-dee-dee, we will take out your knee and we will cook it in soup. Yeah, exactly. It's basically what's happening, right? But these ones, rather than Oompa Loompas dragging around cocoa beans and all that kind of stuff, all that sort of cheery stuff, these ones are dragging corpses out of the river, and they're dragging them up the slope that is circling around.
Damn it. They've got our redheaded corpse in there someplace, I betcha.
Yep.
Let's go over. Saddle up.
We need to go speak to these people. They've clearly got the corpse that we're looking for.
Yeah, conversation is definitely what we need to do.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if they're going to start off aggressive or not, right? But they creep me out, so I just want you to know, going into this, I'm looking to start some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dragging corpses around, and they look like cultists. I think we can probably expect them to not be friendly.
I don't know. I'm not friendly. Not to them.
You're right.
You guys are right.
You're right about the cultist thing as well. Some of them are swinging around golden censures, Oompa Loompa Loompity smells bad.
Yeah.
You are not even my real dad. That's sort of what
are they burning something that smells like Febreze?
Yeah. It
right.
smells exactly no. It smells like Febreze and Axe body spray over the top of BO. Is what it smells like. Yeah.
I look over at Trip, and then I look back over at Hatchem, and I'm like, Hatchem, you think that's a lawful religion over there? Do you think they would be honored by your gods, or?
I don't know. I'm going to. Can I get a little closer and then detect evil to see whether or not they are?
Let's go.
So surreptitiously. Yes. Follow me, guys. We shall see. As I get sort of closer, what's the range on detect evil? 60. So as I get within 60 feet of them, I'm going to detect evil.
Okay.
Ooh.
So as you wander through, you realize that the lake is somewhere between 5 feet and 20 feet deep in places. So you like some places you're just sort of like wading through like some gruesome Baywatch, and then like other places you're sort of like swimming through like I don't know some gruesome Olympics. I don't know. Make up your own thing here. That's what's going on.
I'm just looking at Brendan's face again as he has more of his amazing drink. Did you wash the tea out of your cup this time?
No. I did not.
So HMRC, how's that roll going on the detect table?
I got a 2.
A 2. Not great.
That's
no.
bye spell.
Oh no.
Unlucky. So you're swimming, right? And you're doing like breaststroke because it's a 20-foot spot. You're doing these ones, where you go out. Actually, you're a swimmer, aren't you, in real life, Aaron, aren't you? So you know how
Yes.
breaststroke goes, right? Imagine what breaststroke goes like when you do the upstroke, there's a corpse, right, where your head goes to go. That's basically what happens.
God.
Yeah, you're completely distracted from your spell, such that your god basically turns around and goes, really, that's the prayer that you're going to pray to me right now. You realize in Martin's words, you realize there is a war going on over here, and you're praying to me about evil. Yeah, cool.
I realise I forgot to add my spell modifier, but that doesn't help it much. It makes it a 5, which is still a lost spell. Failure.
The bonk is not so
Disapproval.
severe, on your head. Hey, I tell you what, with everyone's eyes trained on what HMRC is doing, though, one thing that you do notice is that each of these robed figures, they're carrying a twisted wooden staff that's capped by an enormous moving eyeball. And where the task that they're currently carrying out allows them to do it, they are carrying it in their hands. But where they can't carry it, they're sort of like stowing it on their backs.
These cultists, are we close enough to be able to pick out any details on the bodies that they're taking?
Yeah, let's.
Because I'm wondering if they're looking for. Are they looking for the same body we're looking for? Like, are they pulling out people with red hair? Are they? Does it look like they're pulling out bodies that look similar to each other?
I mean, who knows, right? Yeah. Cool. So you're looking at the sort of bodies that they're pulling out and all that kind of stuff. And hey, look, you're a little bit of a distance from where they are, but it seems fairly like methodical and kind of like a factory sort of thing. You know what I mean?
They're not
like,
looking for a specific body. Okay.
Yeah, think Oompa right? They're there to do a job, right? Like, yeah, sure, the singing is secondary, but they are ultimately there to perform a job because their world got corrupt. Let's not go into the politics of Oompa Yeah.
How many of them are there? The Oompa
they're on Oompa Loompa scale. Actually, I'll tell you what.
Many of them. I'm thinking of just going over there.
I have an image of the Oompa Loompas, and they might not be what you expect them to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Images of Oompa Loompas. You won't believe what they look like. Tune in at 6.
Jeez.
Yeah.
See, no me gusta. This is happening.
So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, oh God, we're just going to have to go over and deal with them, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, what would be? Because I've not played Thieves that often. I'm thinking of like hiding in shadows / sneak silently, whatever it is, to basically try and get across that walkway towards them and see if we can take one out.
I think your sneak silently is kind of going to be like a ducking underneath the corpses sort of thing. Like over and over again. I reckon like whenever you see one of them turn around, like that's what you'd be able to do. So yeah, you could get up there nice and quietly.
Okay, let's give it a roll. That is a 19. So 20, 21, 25.
So you're able to get as close as you like, as close as you deem to be to the platform that you're there. But as you're ducking in and out, and you're kind of, he's putting your lips above the to get some air, sort of thing. You're able to see through the murky water because your lips are higher than the water. Don't make me explain to you your own thief mechanics. But you're able to see up the top that one of the robed figures emerges from the top of the obsidian tower, and unlike the unnatural sort of like eerie composure that you've seen from other figures that are wearing the robes, this one holds like more of a posture that's somewhat like physically tired, like just sort of like getting really fatigued. And the figure lowers their hood to reveal a mop of red hair, and you can see now that the woman has simple but very decorative tattoos covering the left side of her face, and she wipes sweat from her brow as she brings her hood back up and starts making her way back down the tower's ramp. And that's what you see now, distanced from the rest of your party, so deal with that shit.
Okay, you're there, not me.
Well, I'm just trying to think about if there's a way to effectively track which one she is, because there are many. But I guess the thing comes round, doesn't it? So I can make a good estimation. Maybe if I can kind of see how tall she is compared to the others. So she's a little bit taller, a little bit shorter.
I mean, you're a thief, right? This is your job to like know what people are generally. So you will always know. Yeah. But I think everyone else might, unless you point it out, might be a problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm away from the rest of the party right now. So can you all see me? I presume.
See you?
Yeah.
Yeah. As in, are you all looking at?
Yeah,
can the party see me? So I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna go Navy Team SEAL on
this pretty much.
Yeah.
He's seen
sort of.
He's seen two of something. He's seen two of something.
I'm just going.
Yeah.
Your eyes. He sees. He's saying. Okay. He's saying he sees.
Player Phil says, "I've just made my glasses really dirty. I can't see a thing now."
Well, let's make our way over there and try to catch it. So we'll make our way across that. It's not a bridge. It's just like a stone. It's just the shape of the floor there across the water, right?
Exactly
yeah. There's ways in which you can make your way across the path that are more obvious than the way that Trip did. But Trip's
carefully
squirrel.
Let's carefully make our way down there, keeping an eye. Eric, could you go first and be our tough dwarf hero?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Eric, we're following you.
Yeah,
we sort of cower behind you.
Yeah, I mean he's not a sneaky person, so he's just gonna take his stride forward with his warhammer and his shield out and just start walking towards them, because he's not the kind of person that sneaks around in shadows, right? He's just swinging his warhammer and walking along, ready to have a fight.
He's doing a Hugh Jackman sort of like Wolverine pose.
Just pointing at random Oompa Loompas, like, I'm gonna fuck you up with this warhammer. You. Yeah.
That's great. Oh mate, I love the fact that you're approaching this from like a Cockney bar fight sort of attitude.
Yeah,
you,
right.
you
You little fucker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to like golf swing one of them with my warhammer.
You think you're hard enough?
Yeah, I will fuck you up, sunshine.
Can I bless Eric as we sort of
He's gonna need it.
Our way, mooch our way along this walkway. She sort of creeps up behind and lays her hands onto Eric to bless him. She's going, money, 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 money. Bless him, money, 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 money.
I'll hand a few gold pieces back while she's like, money, money, money in my ear. I'm like, yeah, okay, cast the spell.
21, 20. Come.
No, go. Sorry.
Okay, it was 24.
I am blessed.
Total.
Good gracious.
So
hell yeah.
The ally receives a bonus to all attack rolls, damage rolls, save throws, skill checks, and spell checks. The bonus is equal to 1d3 plus caster level. So it's 2. That's 4.
Wow.
Equal to 4. Roll at time of casting and lasts for 1 turn. So yeah, it's 1. It's plus 4, and lasts for 1 turn. So your first turn going in, you've got a plus 4.
No, that's a turn. That's 10 minutes. That'll be.
Oh, the turn. Sorry, that's 10 minutes.
Turns and rounds. That'll be.
Yeah. I always get turns and rounds confused.
Okay, well that's even better then, right? That's 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'll pick up the pace to make that count.
I mean,
so,
if you're lucky and you have a really lazy judge, they'll make it such that that's basically just the next fight. Because they can't be bothered keeping track of 10 minutes.
Are you trying to tell us something there, Zach? Is that the
roll
kind of judge
your
you
luck
are?
If that's what you want to do.
Okay.
No,
you have been blessed, Eric the dwarf. You are blessed.
Yeah,
Blessed by Vindico.
How far away is the nearest Umpa Lumpa?
Make us some money and crash some hits.
Yeah.
The nearest Umpa Lumpa is not too far away, but
I think
they're still singing Oompa Loompa Loompa May, we may kill you today. That's basically what's going on.
Okay,
nice one, Aaron.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm just going to advance on the nearest one.
Yeah, I'm going to cast a spell when we get up close enough. I'm going to cast a spell on them too.
All right, so I'm guessing that I'm getting a general aggressive vibe from the party. That something's going to happen here. So maybe we should roll some initiative. What I will give Trip, because he did such good work to get across there, is as the fight starts out, you recognize from that person that you saw earlier with the red mop of hair, you're able to see like a flash of light. Who knows where the light comes from, right? Like we're not making this shit up now. You're able to see like some scars around her neck and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The scars around her neck look like they do 10 damage based on the die that I just dropped on the ground. So that is how it looks pretty bad, right? Like around her neck, so forth.
Okay,
cool. Let's do some.
Can I just ask a quick question before we go into it? Am I right in recalling that they just wanted us to retrieve her body because they presume she's dead, and then they're going to just revive her anyway?
Wouldn't that be a great story if that was the case? Yeah.
We could, you know what? That could be the move. We could just try to make that the goal. Put hands on her and cast that spell.
Yeah. You know how I'm not sure if you ever watched a UFC fight or not, but whenever someone gets like kicked in the nuts, sort of thing, they say, "Hey, no coaching." That's what's happening right now, right? Like no planning. Roll your initiative and let's see what happens.
Fair enough. Take an 11.
9.
11. Let's let's pretend I'm a better judge than that, and that I've written all those numbers down. Just bear with me 1 second. Let's do Trip
9,
and we're gonna do Xenosaur
11,
and we're gonna do HMRC
15.
15.
Oh no, 16.
And-
Sorry, 16.
Is that your final answer?
Yep, 16. Sorry, I keep
and then-
forgetting to add modifiers.
And then Eric.
An 18. Go fast
Nice.
again. Let's hope I
18.
don't hit myself with a hammer again.
So they went ahead. They went ahead and rolled a 14 and a 4. Okay, so it's going to be Eric, and then it's going to be HMRC, which is only occurring to me that you've spelt out the onomatopoeia in your name.
I think at the end of the game we'll explain what that is to anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah. And then it's going to be the person you've identified as Goldavatik, and then it's going to be Xenosaur. And then it's going to be Trip. And last of all, it is going to be people that you can feel free to name yourselves, but I will refer to as the keepers. Cool. Let's go ahead and have Aaron's turn. No, wait, Eric's turn. Sorry. Can you believe how bad my handwriting is that I've mixed those two up? Like,
Okay. Yeah, he's just going to stalk towards the nearest. The nearest 1 or 2. Basically, Eric's trying to put himself in between the 2 spellcasters and the cultists to provide a bit of a barrier so they can do their magic stuff.
okay.
You're going to stalk up to the nearest one and say, like, he's kind of under his breath, like, umpa, lumpa, dumpity doo, I'm gonna smack you in the dead stew, and just like takes his warhammer and tries to punt one with a mighty deed straight into the water.
You want to punt them into the water? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of the arena that you're in at the moment, so you take a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably got about 6 of these keeper things that I've been describing, as well as Goldavatik that your friend has already highlighted to you, who's coming down the ramp. Now the 6 6 keepers are sort of like somewhere between ramps and near the edge of the water, and they're kind of a bit everywhere. So you probably came up to the one that was closest to you based on your description. You go ahead and you punt them. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, I know I don't have a very large mighty action deed die, so I can't do like massive effects. But I'm going to try and get the most that I can out of it. So
you got to move him like sort of like 15 feet, and you said that I said there was some near the water, some not near the water, so you could pump one into the water.
Okay, cool. I'll take my first one. Oh. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see if this hits.
Good for me.
That is a 4 on my action die, but I didn't roll great on my other ones. So that's 9, 10, 11, 13 to hit.
13 actually hits, and because you hit on your deed die as well, that guy goes sailing. So you give him a clean nut shot, and he sails backwards.
Yeah, it's like, basically like he's got it on like he's got a thing around his wrist, like a leather strap on the warhammer. So he's basically like swings it around a couple of times and then whack up.
Yeah.
You would never get past that. No.
This guy takes a breath in that you imagine that only gods could take in before him.
Okay.
As he goes sailing off into the water. Do you want to give me some damage?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
D8 7, 8 damage.
So what would you
8
do?
damage.
That was my deed was 4. I rolled a 3, and I get plus
okay.
1. Yeah.
And you get you're plus 4 on your damage as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
From
So
the
yes.
Yep.
Oh gosh, from a bless as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Stop fucking around with math with me. Tell me how much it is.
12 instead of 8.
You kick this guy in his nuts to death.
They just pop out of his mouth.
Yeah. like he dies sounding like Mickey Mouse. He sounds I guess because he's a disciple of Bildakatak, which is a warthog. He probably sounds like Timon as he's dying. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I guess there's no one near enough to shield bash now. I've punted him.
Do you mind if there isn't?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that ball punt.
Cool. So, in the interest of giving someone else a turn, let's have HMRC.
I'm just wondering about casting darkness, or whether that is just going to make things more difficult for everybody, because then no one will be able to see anything. Oh, it's probably going to be a pain.
I beg you to cast darkness.
We don't have to cast it everywhere.
Casting darkness is that then thieves can hide in shadows and pop out and stuff like that.
But if I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah, there is that. No. Blessing allies seems to be working quite well. That's bless another ally.
In critical nut shots.
Yes. So who is standing next to me? Who have I got next to me? Is it Xenashore?
Yeah. Xenashore is the only one who
case,
hasn't announced that he's going forward yet. Yeah.
So I shall hand out. As Xenashore standing there, I shall bless you. The blessing from vindicate, God of appropriated credit. You shall be blessed. We shall have usefulness of you. We shall make a good tool of you. 15, 16, 17, 18. You get a +1 bonus to all attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, and skill checks, and spell checks for 1 turn.
Outstanding. Thank you.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's do that. Yeah. So Goldava Tick is going to wander down the ramp, right? Because you guys have you've announced your intentions soon enough that she hasn't reached the bottom yet, and she's going to see at least one of her who you would assume would be her allies sail back into the unceremoniously back into the water, almost like they're a cadaver themselves, but who will know until we check. And Goldava is going to take aim at the nearest thing that she sees. Now, the dwarf punting the other keeper into the depths is probably the thing that she notices, because the thief is hidden underneath corpses, and HMRC is still trying to get her head above water after having hit her head on corpses. So Goldava Tick is going to stamp her staff with the eye on it, and a searing red beam is going to go towards the dwarf, attacking his AC for a whole 8. That hits, right?
No. Nope, it doesn't.
She
can I just deflect it with my shield?
Anyway. Yeah, no, she whatever heroic thing you do, she saves her ego from whatever you do. So now it's going to be Zenithor's
All right. Xenosaur raises his hands up to the sky and is going to try to once again summon some animals. And I have a +1 on my spell from HM. Thanks again. I'm also I'm going to go ahead and do 2 points of spell burn. I'm going to burn 2 points of my strength and add it to my spell check for a total of
this means something.
+7. Here it comes, kids. All right, come on. That is a 13 + 7. That's an unnatural 20. I'll take it. So at a 20, the caster summons 1 mundane animal of up to 4 hit dice, 2 animals of up to 2 hit dice, or 4 animals of 1 hit dice or less. So, can I have more? Yeah, can I have like attack beavers, like
zombie
really the most vicious of fighting beavers that I can summon from the Nethers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, as long as I need you to keep track of their stat blocks, because you're clearly the most experienced player around the table to keep track of that sort of thing. So I'm going to get you to roll for the beavers.
Sure. All right. Yeah. So that'll give me 4 attack beavers that are going to charge in and attack. Same stats as the last one, so they like 1 hit die and they do die 3 damage.
Well, I mean, I'm going to allow you the next round to work out sort of like what a beaver would be, and I'll take any reasonable expectations. The beavers from like the beaver that you're describing, I'm not sure if you ever saw the Nickelodeon cartoon Angry Beavers. There was a brown beaver who was kind of dumb, and there was like a blonde beaver that was like, he was a badass. I'm imagining the badass beaver, right? So you assign a hit die to that guy in your mind.
Gotcha. And I'll roll him up. All right, and then they'll go over and try to bite a guy.
Okay, so you got, how many did you end up summoning?
4 of them.
4. All right. Yeah.
I'm going to say a beaver, if they're badass beavers, I'll say they're +1 to hit and do a die 4 on damage.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I knew I could trust you with these sorts of stat blocks.
Like it's a rough beaver.
There they are. There's the angry beavers, right? Yeah, that guy on the right, he's doing damage. He's doing damage. He doesn't care about it. Right?
You don't want him on you. Yeah. That's terrible. No. So here it comes. That's going to be a 14, a 15. Fuck yeah, beavers. I'm sorry. A 13.
Fire away, my friend.
And a 15. I swear, I just had a beaver onslaught. 14, 15, 13, and 15. That was like.
Okay, are they all hitting the same target, or are they hitting different?
2 get 1, 2 get another one.
Okay, cool. So we got 2 on each. All right. Got some good news for you, friend. They all hit.
Beavers.
They know their way. These cloaks that these keepers are wearing, they're cloth, right? And these teeth, they're gold.
Hell yeah! I couldn't be like, I'm trying to think of what quartet I should name them after, but I just came up with like stupid things. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna give them names. I love these guys. But the first guy they hit is going to take 6 points of damage, and the other guy is going to take 3 points of damage. So,
okay, all right, yeah. Well, because they got really like amazing. Like I've just established that they got gold teeth, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe they could be the spice grills.
Scary beaver, spicy beaver. Those are the only ones I know. There's more of them, but
sporty beaver and baby beaver
and posh beaver, I think.
And a ginger beaver.
Ginger beaver.
Broken by beavers.
They're returning to the game.
Wasn't Ginger Beaver the one that everyone liked?
Trip. Holy crap.
I'm a fan. I mean,
return Trip.
Isn't she a Goodwill ambassador now? Who better for such a task? Oh shit!
Trip, please have an action.
What? I think someone's just done 12 points of damage to Zach because he's squeaking now.
Right, what are we doing, man?
What we're doing is we're going to clip that in Twitch later on.
Cool.
I'm sorry, Al. All right, I'm cool. I'm cool. Sorry. Who's next?
Trip, it's still your turn, man.
Get him, man.
I really want to. I'm trying to work out who. I want to backstab someone. I'm just trying to decide whether or not to go for the big bad.
Cool. So there is one dead in the water from a fatal nut kick. There is two which seem look. If I wanted to put a number between 12 and 0 on it, I'd want to say about 6 is how the other ones looked, and there's 2 of them, and then the other ones, again, I'm not sure. Like on a scale of 1 to 12, I'd probably say 12 is where we're looking for the other 3.
I'll just hit one of them at random. That's fine. I'm currently presuming I can probably get a backstab in with a decent roll.
Presume away.
Let's give it a go. That wasn't an amazing roll. Yeah, I might have to. So that was. Hang on. Where is it? So that was a 12. Is 12 enough to hit?
12 hits.
Won't bother burning that then. Okay. So damage. Where's damage on backstab? It's not on my sheet.
What do you use it for a weapon?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't have a dagger.
Then whatever. If it's not a dagger or a garrote, then it's whatever weapon damage you have. It's just an automatic crit.
Okay, cool. Then it'll be. I think it'll be a spear.
Let's get you a dagger.
Oh, can I do a backstab with a ranged dart and just backstab them ranged?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that then. So that's
you always got to wonder what happens when you're drunk in a pub, right? You throw a dart at someone's back, they're drunk in a pub. That's a crit, you know.
Is there any extra damage? Because that's like a tiny jobby. I presume not. It's just that, which is a 4 plus crit, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And crit table I'm on. So like crit table.
And this is on a guy that's not damaged yet. Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to coach you through who you want to go through here, but
I don't really mind.
Whoever's
let's
closest.
go for one that isn't. Yeah, whoever's fairly not that close because I'm getting them with a dart. So
you
one
want
that
to do it from range then, right? Like so from a while away, because it would seem that the canon as far as that you're assaulting the front of the battle, right? So if you're trying to hit someone from a distance, then it might be the back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to break what my cover is. Crit die there is 1d12. D12 is that one? Yes. That was a 12. So that
12 damage.
That was
it's a 12 on the crit table.
All right.
So, Savage Strike. Foe must succeed on a fortitude save of DC 10 plus PC level, which is 2, or faint from pain.
Get him, Trip.
So you got DC 12 fort save to do.
Was it a blow dart?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the worst part of playing DCC, where you actually abide by the dice here. He rolled a 21.
Oof.
You know what though? Respect. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like
it feels bad.
DCC should be like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know, but it's awesome. It's fucking great. Oh, sorry. I should not be drinking Jägermeister and being on a broadcast.
It's okay. You're not on. Well, and you are on the clock, I guess.
Yeah, live on the poo tubes.
Yeah, but it's not the official poo tubes, so it doesn't matter so much.
Oh, I mean, it's
you're being mild. You're on a UK stream, mate.
Fair enough.
The keepers all like they watch one of their brethren sail off into the nether, into the water, and another one take a barrage of shots, and another one very nearly do some bad stuff, and that would suck. And they turn around with their eye staffs, and there's two of them that are still near the water. And for the sake of continuing the theater of the mind, please do remember that there's two of them near the water, and they sweep their staves through the water, and the eyes sort of blink underneath. And as they sweep them through the water, they touch a series of cadavers, 7, if I had to guess exactly how many there were, and those cadavers begin twitching in the water, almost like if you had to make up a rule about it, that they would come to life next round. And that's what they do. Now there are a further 3, 2 of which are damaged, which are able to make attacks with their searing beams from the eyes, and it's a blood red beam that comes out towards Trip and HMRC and Xenosaur the Wizard, and they're going to.
No me gusta.
Yeah, right. So they're going to make attacks against you with a 11 against Trip,
that's a
5 against Xenosaur, and a 22 against HMRC, which would be
that hits.
Cool. So the fun thing that I get to do is there was Trip and HMRC are the ones that are hit, yes? Cool.
Yep.
So you get to take let's have a look here. That is 5 damage to Trip and 5 damage to HMRC. And guess what? You get to light up in a fun poison flame.
Yay!
Yay! Which I actually had to read up about how flame works in DCC, and essentially, until you stop, drop, and roll, kids, that damage is going to keep going. So now you're on poison flame, baby. So that's going to be the bad guy. So now it's Eric's turn.
Ruh-roh.
Okay. Those two that did the sweeping their staff through the water, are they near enough for me to bum rush one of them?
Yeah, you said you were near. I mean, you just booted someone into the water, right? So you're close enough, to get at least one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for one. And with my my deed, I'm going to try and smash his staff, and then I'm going to try and shield bash him in the face.
Amazing. The smashing the staff
because I guess when he did the thing,
we're going to make some shit up. Let's do it.
When he did the thing with the staff, it was kind of glowing and doing weird crap. Yeah. So I'm probably I don't want that weird crap to happen, whatever it is. So I'm going to try and smash that with my warhammer.
I've seen that bullshit before.
Yeah, it's magic. Fuck that shit. Yeah. Okay. Right. Come on. Let's go. No, that's not good. Oh, hang on. The die. I'm still getting +4 as well, aren't I? From the. Yeah. Okay. So that's a 3. So that works then, right? If I hit the D die.
So what was the
okay, so I got a 4 and a 3 on the D die, so that's 7 plus 1, 8, plus another 4 from the spell, so 12.
12. You needed that spell, man. Yeah. HMRC's coming through clutch here.
It saved me last time as well because I rolled really badly last time too.
No, you're in. You're in. Let's do it. So what's happening then?
So I'm basically I'm not trying to do that damage to him. I'm trying to smash the eye on his staff. I'm basically trying to crush that thing under my warhammer.
Well, you succeeded on your deed, so you can do damage to him as well as try and do the deed, which causes like a combat effect, right? Like so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So 7 plus the 3, 10. 11 plus 4, 15 damage.
And you were saying this was against another guy that was near the water, right?
This is he's one of the ones that like put his staff through the water. Mm-hmm. So that was
okay.
Yeah, that was 15 damage, and then I can take a shield bash if I need to.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your shield bash away from you because you killed this guy in one hit. So what I'm going to say is you slammed through him, you swung through with your mighty deed and snapped the staff of another one. That's how much of a martial fighter you are, right? Like so you got the kill on one of them. The other one is now without at least without this scorching ray attack, right? Like cool. So that is no good for them.
Thank you for the spell, Aaron.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't have done anything the last 2 rounds if I hadn't have had that spell on me. So,
and this is why clerics are worth having in your party.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so they can fail to heal you. It's really worth it.
Well, you know.
And buff everyone else.
Cool. So it's Goldava's turn. She's now she's made her way all the way down the ramp. She goes, "You'll never take me alive!" And she throws she throws her staff into the water as well. And she says, "The city of the cliffs was always meant to be damned." And she raises 3 of the cadavers, and she raises them immediately, and they climb out of the water and go ahead and make attacks on, let's say, Eric and Trip and HMRC. They're going to be the 3 that they're going to make attacks on. As these cadavers climb out the water in again, you can do it better in your own minds, a way gross way, right? Whatever that means to you. So Trip I said Trip, Eric, and HMRC, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 10 against Trip, a 4 against Eric, and a 5 against HMRC.
Too slow, Chicken Marango.
Yeah. So these are season 1 Walking Dead cadavers, clearly. Ooh. And so they are way too slow. Yeah, way scary, right? But way too slow. So now it's going to be Xenosaur's turn.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Everybody froze me for a second there. It sounded like you were.
Oh, now we've lost mine.
It is your turn, Brendan.
Brendan.
All right. All right. Cool. Then I am going to cast another spell. I am going to try to cast Sleep at the remaining people in the crowd. I'm going to try to try to do this. I was trying to hold off. I really wanted to mayhem these guys, but I was just literally just going to keep summoning more and more beavers until, you know what I mean? I was going to go for a best of breed experience as far as that went. And now they're having to get into my repertoire. Here comes my spell check, and shoot.
You get +1 from your blessing.
+1 for the blessing. Yeah, so 14. Nope, I got a 9 total. That is going to fail and not go. So, and we're moving on. Dang,
unlucky.
Stick to beavers. Clearly.
Well, your beavers are still alive, right? Like they.
Oh yeah. So I got here goes 2 of them attack the first one.
Yep.
It's a 15 and a 12.
Both hit.
And 2 of them attack the second one. It's an 8 and a 5. So
neither hit. So only the first one gets hit.
First guy's going to take. Whoa, but look at that though. 5 points. So there you go.
Yeah. So that first one, the beavers attacked, is forever known as consumed by beavers. You know, like he's consumed by beavers.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that we're missing Eric as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah
he said.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool. Trip, your turn.
There are now inundated.
There remains one damaged keeper, as well as one that doesn't have his staff anymore, or at least not for this round. Another completely undamaged, as well as Goldavitic, who is now just resurrected 3, shall we say, zombies.
Yeah, corpses. And can you describe this condition that I'm under right now? So
the condition you're
didn't you say
flaming poison?
Flaming and poison or something.
Oh yeah,
Poison
thanks for
flames.
reminding me about that. Yeah, man, it's so much fun. Thank you for reminding me of that. Right, okay, cool. So you take a further 1 flaming poison damage.
Can I? Does my ability to handle poison have anything on that? I guess not, because it's flaming.
Yeah, it's kind of that like, yeah. It's like saying I can drink Sam Booker. It's like
yeah.
Oh god, sorry.
But if it's flaming, it's still gonna hurt, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so I take 1 point there. I'm gonna disregard that for now because I've got a cleric in the party who's definitely gonna be able to heal me.
Try. And she drops and rolls. She's currently on fire as well.
I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can stop yourself from being on fire by taking your action to stop, drop, and roll. Basically,
but that would take my attack action, right? If I do that,
or you can be a badass and get shit done, exactly. Right?
So I'm basically gonna pull myself up to full height on fire and raise up my longsword, and I'm just gonna go straight for it. In fact, I'm gonna spear again, charging with this spear. And just basically trying, like a pikeman, basically going to go after this guy who's no longer got his staff. I'm just going to try and run him through.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, without his staff, he's kind of like got 2 bits of staff that it's like he's trying to work out how to defend himself. So it's probably, tell you what, roll up the die chain against him. Roll a d24 because funky dice are fun.
There we go. That was a 19. +1. 20. Non-natural.
Fantastic. So if you already rolled a d20, that would have been like it would have been 15, right?
Yeah.
Because they're fantastic.
So yeah, much better. D8 damage. There it is. 5.
5 damage. All right, cool.
Yes,
so that guy's still trying to work out his stuff, and now we've still got 3 guys that are still alive. Let's let's attack different people this time. We're gonna have well, they can't all be different people because there's only 3 of them there. But they figure that they got the dots worked out, right? This is still strategic. They're gonna get the dots spread out. So we're gonna have Eric, Xenosaur, and HMRC. That is a 21 against Eric. That is a 12 against HMRC, and that is a 16 against Xenosaur.
Yeah.
Too slow, Chicken Marango.
Okay, so only Eric and...
So.
Am I correct in saying it's only Eric and Xenosaur?
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, I'm hit.
Cool. So that is going to be 4 against Eric for poison flame damage and 6 against Xenosaur for poison flame damage.
I refer the right honourable gentleman to the Brendan comment about 13 minutes ago.
It's what you get, man. It's what you get. You know what I mean? Even as I wrote that, I'm like, oh, you just jinxed it, you idiot. What are you gonna do?
So you are burning with poisonous flame, and now it is Eric's turn. And Eric takes further damage from the poisonous flame, right?
Yeah.
So that is going to be 4 more damage from the poisonous flame.
Youch.
And now it is, his turn.
Okay. When you've got 2 action die, does that mean you can take 2 actions? Like, can I take my main action die to put out the flames and then my shield bash to still shield bash? Or do I have to take my whole turn to put the flames out?
Brendan might be a better judge of this than me, but
I'm not sure how it works. Is an action die
I think you have to take your action die to attack to take your shield bash, but I might be mistaken.
Yeah, rules is written. You only get your shield bash if you take as a freebie that you tack on when you get your regular attack. So It's not like a vampire where you could say, well, I'll use this one to run or something like that, and then get the other. But what if? I can't think of how to do it. So
hang on.
Hey, listen, Martin. You've taken fuck all damage tonight. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you put the damage out and do nothing else.
I mean,
so I can at least do some damage to you.
Yeah, I've taken over half my hit points in the last 2 rounds.
Well, why don't you go and speak to one of the Backstreet Boys and get them to cry you a river?
This is DCC. You're expected to die.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking maybe I should just go down in a blaze of glory then. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I'm just going to attack them while I'm on fire. Screw it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to jump so fast with my action die that it puts the fire out.
Your deed. Your deed is going to be.
It's going to be my deed.
Oh,
I'm going to launch myself in the air
attack.
And
come down in a roll that puts it out, and then slam my hammer on someone.
Fuck
yeah, so good. Do that.
Get him.
Please do it.
This is where I missed.
Mom.
Okay. Hang on. I need to take a picture of this.
I do hope it's a 20.
Feel free to send it to me on the Discord.
I'm just going to put it up to the screen because you need to see.
Hang on
this.
Did you nap both of them or?
Let's find out.
It was
drum roll.
It was so it's my
Snake eyes.
And that one.
Whoa.
That is brutal.
How do I make you not die now?
No, do it. Do it.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
we're in this, man.
You roll a fumble, right? At very least. And let's why don't you roll a fumble and we'll adjudicate it halfway through HMRC's turn so we can keep the action going.
Yeah.
Let's HMRC. What's your you know there's bad shit coming with
She's still on fire. She hasn't. She's still got the poison flames thing going on as well. Because at no point has she stopped, dropped, and rolled. So we're just standing there in a blaze of glory, screaming, "Turn unholy!" To try and vanquish the evil in front of her and all around her.
Yeah,
Let's see what we can do.
These things are unholy as frick.
So that's 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I'm gonna burn some luck as well. I'm currently at 16. Let's burn 2. That takes it to 18. What hit die have they got? The Gribblies?
They have I think
Okay.
they got 2 hit die. Let me confirm that. Come on, brain, read. They've got 3 hit die. They got 3 hit die.
They got 3?
Mm-hmm.
Can I burn more luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always time to burn luck.
8, 6. Down to 6 luck. Yes, I get a 20, which at 3 hit dice is turn 1.
Which one would you like to hit? There are 2 that have been hit marginally, and there's 1 that is completely unhit. Which one would you like to turn?
I'm going to turn the one that is completely unhit.
Okay,
so they need to do a will save against 20.
Yeah,
DC 20, yeah.
Okay, so one of them starts walking to it. Take me to the river, put me in the water, and they start one because they're quite religious people, so
and
cool.
they continue fleeing for 10 minutes.
Run away!
When it comes to your next turn, I'm gonna get you to roll under your luck, and we're gonna see if because we've already established that that lake is between 5 and 20 feet. We're gonna work out whether they walked along the bottom of the river below their head level and see if they drowned themselves.
That'll be fun.
So this fumble could dramatically alter the outcome of this encounter.
Okay, let's do it.
You inadvertently swing at one randomly determined ally within range.
So that'll be me.
Mm-hmm.
Make an attack roll against that ally using the same attack die. Bear in mind, I've got +4 to my attack and +4 to my damage at the minute.
Yeah.
So who
as
is it
anyone
then,
who's
Zach?
in the judge, you hate to see it.
Well, I think I'm right next to you, am I not?
Not the judge.
I'm not sure. Is it? Who am I hitting, Zach?
Yeah, Trip. Yeah,
I think I'm literally right next to you.
He's not wrong.
All right.
It's fine. As long as you only roll a 1, it's fine.
That looks like a natural 20.
No, it's not a natural 20, but with all the bonuses I'm getting at the minute, I think it probably hits. I'm getting 12, and then it goes up to with 1, 13, 17 to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay. And then shit.
Do
it. 13 damage.
Yeah. Narrate what happens.
What? You dead?
Yeah, I had 9 hit points left.
Shit.
Welcome to DCC. And I am flaming, by the way, so that is a trial by fire.
Sorry, Phil.
No, narrate what happens.
Eric?
Embrace it. Embrace it.
Okay, so he goes for this massive jump that looks quite cinematic at first, but he's completely misjudged it. And instead of coming down on the person he was wanting to come down on, there's kind of a melee happening, and he just comes straight down on Trip's head, like with the warhammer. It's just like. And you can see, like, on his face as he's jumping, it's kind of like, yeah, oh no, get out of the way. Yeah, he basically just like plants the front of Trip's face into the ground with the warhammer on the back of it.
So there's all the bad news.
Go on, Zach. Sorry, go on.
So there's all the bad news. The good news is that, if I'm not mistaken, in DCC, the way that death works is that you are about to die for the number of levels, the number of rounds to your level, and you're currently at level 2, and HMRC is next, who could heal you, and you might have a bit of a concave skull afterwards, but you would still live, if I'm not mistaken.
Practical question: being as Eric failed to drop and roll, did he not take damage as well?
I already took my 4 damage.
You already took it?
Yeah, I already took my 4 damage, yeah.
Oof.
Did he get any more damage from Trip being on fire?
That's a good point.
I really like that you guys are all on my side, but it's fine. I don't need help. Like, I don't need help. I can kill you without having to get you guys to help me.
Did he land on my spear?
I feel like I've deserved it, to be fair. I did just take Trip out.
So it is HMRC's turn, who seems to have the shining flame that might save the whole party, right?
Yeah. Well, the shining flame that saves the whole party or saves Trip.
Saves Trip at least, yeah.
Yeah, let's go for lay on hands. I'm just trying to find the rules for it again, because it's in a weird bit of the book. It's down in the, because I can never remember the rules for lay on hands, even though I'm a DCC judge. There it is. Right, let's roll some dice. Oh, it's a natural 20. That's good. Woohoo!
Outstanding.
All right.
So yeah, spell check. D20 plus personality modifier plus caster level, so plus 2 plus 1. That's plus 3 in total, so that's 23. And his chaotic, he gets 3 dice. It says here 3 dice. So whatever your hit dice is, 3. But isn't it? It can only be. Oh no, it's that you can't exceed your hit dice or class level. I'm
scouring my character sheet trying to see what my hit dice are.
You're a thief?
Yeah, level 2.
1d6. So you should have 2d6.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, 2.
Thank you, brother.
2, not 3. Yeah, sorry.
That's 8. Thank you very much.
He's alive! I saved him. He's alive. And as I have now saved you, maybe you should consider giving up your chaotic ways.
I'm busy being on fire right now.
Oh yeah, I'm still on fire. Do I need to take damage?
Jump in the water. Jump in the water.
Yeah. So no, wow. I haven't got you written down as taking damage. Are you sure?
Oh, okay, fine. I won't then. Cool.
I'm willing to allow that to be an indiscretion on my side.
The late on hands permeated back the other way in terms of I'm no longer on fire. Good.
Yeah, that sounds good. So as you raise Trip from the dead, you hear Goldava scream from as she's heading her way back up the walkway. She says, "You see, perhaps the great warthog, is correct. The cliffs, the city in the cliffs is long overdue for a great purging. it seems that there are it's a shame that so many innocents have to die, but all great reincarnations come at some cost. Surely. And she makes this great monologue halfway up the steps as she returns further up them. She's not going to make an attack this round because she's too deep in monologue. But it's now going to be Xenosaur's turn. You can assume for what whatever you do that she's basically standing doing a classic villainous monologue halfway up the stairs.
I completely get it. Stop, drop, and roll this round for me. Thank you.
Cool. Now, you're going to need to remind me the rules. That basically your action is that just stops, right? Like that.
Yeah, my whole action is going to be to put my flames out. So that's all I do.
Cool. Trip, your turn. You are still on fire.
Right next to the water, right? So I'm going to try something that may not work. Which is I'm going to try and hit that bitch with a dart just to see what happens.
You're going to hit Cadaver?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to hit that bitch with the dart, but I'll make one go like past her. Quite wide past her. It's in her general direction. But with a 3, it was not a hit.
She is sufficiently intimidated. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to try just jumping into the water as a movement action. Just see if it puts the fire out.
Cool. Yeah, it does put the fire out. Also brings you closer to the 3 cadavers that she brought to life. Actually, there was a whole heap of cadavers that I didn't. I
presume they were already on the plinth. So
no. There was
climbing up out of the water.
I misunderstood.
In fact, I've skipped them around the order of the last couple of times. So thanks for reminding me of them. So and now it's their turn.
Whoopsie! I'm gonna die.
So if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 and then 4 and then 3. So there's 10 cadavers that are all that I haven't narrated coming out of the water yet. So let's have some fun with this. How are we doing with the cadaver attacks? Did I read that out of the book? I think I might have read that out of the book. Yeah, here they are. Okay. We're gonna do 5 in the water, and then and how am I gonna work this out? There's gonna be 4 in the water. There's gonna be 6 out of the water that are all gonna take 2 bites each on each of the people that are out the water, right? So Trip takes a 6 against his AC, 9 against his AC, a 13 against his AC, and a 10 against his AC.
One of those hits.
One of those hits. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So he is going to take... What did they even roll? There you go. 3 HP from a bite from the resurrected cadaver. Yeah, we're invoking Walking Dead here. Xenosaur is a 4 and a 19 against his AC.
Ruh-roh. Let's see how I do.
Okay, so how many did you hit?
Oh, I have armor class of 8. I'm absolutely hit by that second attack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
that's 4 damage from the bite on the second attack. HMRC takes a 16 and a 5. It's 1.
One of those has hit. Yeah.
That's 1 damage, and Eric takes a 6 and a 19.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those takes a 3 HP. So yeah, you've got at this point you've got 10 cadavers all over the shop. You have a continuing 3 people that you have seen be able to raise cadavers. You have a further one that appears to be cadaver expert. A crazy cadaver raiser who's able to do it in one round. So yeah, that's what you got on the field, and it's now Eric's turn.
Do I take damage from the fire again?
You are still on fire, so yes, you do. Let's see that. That'd be 5 damage. Yep.
Okay. I'm still up. Okay. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna hope that the spellcasters can take the head honcho on, and I'm gonna jump in the water next to Trip and try and smash through as many of these things as I can. Hopefully, putting the fire out as I go.
Eric, the dwarf.
I'm gonna try and use my deed to take a big swing and take as many as I can. I'm not sure if I can do that with my deed or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've already established earlier in the canon that someone can jump in the water to turn the water out, turn the fire out, sort of thing. So yeah, you can use your deed to do something else cool. That's cool.
Okay. Okay. So let's do this and hope I don't get double ones again. Okay, that's better. A 10, 13, 14, 15 to hit. Still, that +4 is still pulling me out of the fire at every turn.
This is against the cadaver, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I don't. Yeah.
So there's no guys that have pulled cadavers out in the water. There's only cadavers. There's 4 cadavers in the water, and there's 6 out of the water.
I'm basically jumping in next to Trip to try and protect him from the cadavers. So that's 1 hit, and then I get the shield bash as well. Where the hell has that dice gone? There. Okay, and that's a 14, 15, 16 to hit. And that does 3 damage with the shield bash. No, not 3 damage. 8 damage because of the +4 again.
Okay, so you send a cadaver under the water, and you assume that it's going to pop up. It does not. It sinks to the bottom. So
yeah,
and you're also off fire now. So it's HMRC's turn. Hey, listen. I don't want to coach you through this, but I feel like it might be something that you may not have.
We have a plan.
Maybe I didn't put it. Maybe I didn't emphasize it enough. You guys have a lesser spell, of planar step, right? That will take people across town. You got a DCC Uber.
But I mean, I'm assuming we have to be touching.
Shouts. Are we attempting to grab this woman as well? Because who's carrying the other harpoon? Maybe we can harpoon her and cast the spell and get shit out of here. Because I'm carrying 1 harpoon.
Eric probably has the other one because he's our other big dude.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's something that I could probably do with my mighty deed at some point, couldn't I? But you could go first and see if it works. And
well, HMRC
it took like 3 to get Moby Dick.
Harpoon, loads it, aims, and she's going to fire.
Okay.
It's a 19, and it's agility, so 20. So
yeah, I mean, there's not many things in the game that doesn't hit. Yeah, so
harpoon sails through, hits up. You said it was 1d8 damage on a harpoon. That's 7 plus the missile damage +1, so that's 8 points of damage on her. The harpoon goes through her. You said it had a 25 foot of rope on it, so the rope's gone through. Can I grab the end of the rope and pull her back?
Good use of everything I said verbatim. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. So it's got 25 foot of rope. Hey, I tell you what, this harpoon, harpoons aren't meant to just do damage, right? They're meant to catch things. So it springs out the other side of her, spreads open, and then on her back sort of thing. And she gets pulled forward off the thing that you get pulled off. So she let's make her do. You said a D8. Why don't you roll the D8 and I'll roll a D6 for the 10 foot she falls from you pulling her down to the next level of the ramp.
So I rolled the damage, and it was 7 plus my missile attack damage, which is 1. So that's 8 points of damage to her.
Right.
And then you got a 1d6 on her for falling.
Okay, so she was really not expecting. She was arrogant, right? She was not expecting you to be as good as you were, and as a result, she takes maximum fall damage. Because she's if you recall from the last round, she's like ha ha ha, this and it's just boom, and then all the way down. So yeah, she's massively damaged by this. In fact, let's that fall damage. I can't not give you a further combat advantage from that. Let's just say it's Xenosaur's turn. She's still catching her breath.
All right, I break out the scroll and I cast a spell. Now that I put my hand over on Hatch, so we're connected, and I'm like, "Come on, everybody, we're going." So here's the deal, right? It's a one-time use scroll. It's +4 of the ritual, but it says here that if a spellcaster, any spell, I had to cast Read Magic. I don't have that shit. All right, that's okay. That's it. So it's +4. So I'm looking at a total of +7 on this. But here's what I'm also going to do. I've never done this before. I've always wanted to do it. I'm going to take a greater corruption to get myself a +6 on my check.
Nice.
So that's going to be an additional +6. So for a total of +13. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Do it.
Okay, so that's not as great as it. I mean, it was a 12. No, but still a 25. I was hoping for up the scale. Okay. But caster and at the 10 chosen targets in 75 feet of the caster appear in the predetermined destination. So, it's going to be all of us plus that thing. Is Eric about to hit somebody? I'll bring him too. And just like Eric hit that one dude.
No, don't bring him. Don't bring him. I'm on 2 HP. Don't bring him.
You sure? I think it'd be fun.
Don't bring him.
I think I should bring him.
Okay, bring him.
Don't forget Gary.
Just bring them all. Just use the max casting. Just bring 10 people with us. Do it.
To hell with it. No, I'm gonna get just us. No, I'm gonna get.
There's 9 cadavers and
Godiva Tick
keepers left.
Yeah, Godiva Tick and just the one keeper who Eric's about to hit in the head. You know what I mean? Like he's not. Guess what? You ain't getting out of this one. Maybe he's our wit. No, you could just punch him and knock him out. Maybe we could ask him questions later, or
or he could hit me and I could die. But let's see what happens.
Oh, a little positivity here. I believe in you, dude.
Brendan, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Fantastic. Okay, so everyone sees a green, and even though you can't taste it or feel it on your taste buds, it's an effervescent sort of green that engulfs you, as well as the guy who's about to die. Also,
Eric, as we like to call him,
gets covered in all this sort of stuff. you all appear at the top of an area which for the end of the stream, if you could please reveal the area on the bottom left of the map there.
Yeah.
You all sort of land on that area, and where you land, the Council of 13 are all standing there, including Hagra, the Red, and they see that you've landed with Goldiver Tick, and they say, "Oh, thank the gods, thank Bull Duck Attack. This is going to be an excellent an excellent victory for the Council of 13, and we thank you so much for bringing in this this sacrifice." Now, it occurs to you throughout all this that none of them have mentioned the reward you might get. Right? That it's thank the gods that you're here to save us all, sort of thing, right? So they grab Goldava, and she fights her way towards the sacrifice stone all the way. They strap her down, and Hagra the Red himself holds his arm up with a sacrificial dagger to strike down on Goldava and save the 1,999 souls that you care to save. And as he raises his arm, you catch a glimpse of a bullhorn birthmark on his arm. And even you guys are really experienced adventurers, so I'm going to allow a little bit of bullet time here. What do you do?
I mean, we could stop him. Let's talk. We're talking about either stopping or letting it happen. Am I right?
Yeah.
We could yell something out like, "Wait a minute! Shouldn't you be the sacrifice?" or something like that.
I mean, I feel like there needs to be some new rulers here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. I think I'm going to straight away grab the other harpoon that's on Eric's back, and I'm gonna throw it through this guy and try and pull him down onto the altar.
Oh, bloody Captain Ahab!
Do it.
Okay, roll an attack with the harpoon.
Hang on a second. So, not as dramatic as I'd like it to be, but nonetheless, I'll take it.
Oh yes.
Okay.
19.
Hey. Yay. Plus your missile attack.
Yeah, so
fire.
plus 2.
But yeah.
So it's 21 natural. Not natural 20, but
21's so good that you end up throwing it through, and you throw it straight at his back. It goes through him, and it splits out as is cannon, and you pull it forward in such a way that the raised arm pulls the dagger into himself, and he lands on the dais, and Buldakatak appears in all his fiery glory above, and he says, This shall do as a sacrifice. I will see you in another 13 years, and we will see whether we can be sated." And he says "we" in a way that makes you think that maybe Buldakatak isn't the only god involved in all of this, but that's for you to work out later. Nonetheless, you've kept the city of Cliffs alive for one more 13 years, what a baker's dozen of years. and Goldava Tick is still alive, so you have to kind of work out what you're going to do with that thief. But that's the adventure.
Yeah,
that's what you got.
Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah!
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, that was amazing. We overran a little bit there, but
hell yeah!
Amazing game, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who's joined us. Thank you, everyone who's watched live. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. We have a Discord. Link will be below in the notes. yeah, Zach, thank you so much for running that. That was amazing.
Thanks, bud. I love running these things, so thanks for inviting me.
And thank you to Brendan and Martin and Erin for joining us. It was really great. Hopefully we'll have another one soon. I really want to explain the little in-joke that we had with Erin's character, HMRC. And
it's IRS,
in DCC, yeah, you get an occupation. And Erin's character's occupation was it a tax collector?
Yes. She started as a tax collector, and HMRC are the tax collecting thieving Watsits for the UK government.
Yeah, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So it's like the IRS, as Zach pointed out. Yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it. We really appreciated your time, and yeah, hopefully see you soon. We'll have another Kickstart Your Weekend next Friday, so tune in if you're interested in Kickstarter and all the RPGs and tabletop games that are going to be launched over the next week or so, and hopefully we'll have another actual play soon. Thanks everyone once again, and we'll see you soon. Hope your dice rolls are way better than mine. Take care. Bye.
We will.
Bye.